morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's good with everybody? Let me say what's up to everybody. All things in the building. Crown the best. What's up, man? Ray Patterson, Jay Henderson in the building. What's going on, man? Please like, comment, subscribe when you enter. Please do. What's going on to my guy, Kentrell? I think I said what's up, Kentrell. Lee Jackson, good morning. Mr. Mileage, what's going on? Denali Smith, what's good, sir? What's good, sir? To the beautiful Barbara D, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Omega Red in the building, what's going on, man? Emmanuel Carter, good morning. Yes, I did. That's why I have it here. Gervonta Davis back to the plantation if y'all keep it up. Turkey makes big move. Absolutely. I saw that he bought EA Sports. I saw that actually. I don't know who bought EA Sports. Let me say that the Saudi investment group, the Saudi private investment fund, bought a portion of EA Sports. It bought EA Sports. At the same time, same day, Dana White and Paramount announced that they're going to do 12. I don't know which Activision. What's Activision? Let me see Activision. I'm not sure about what Activision is. Oh, Activision is another video game publisher. Newcastle owners, okay. And I'm not sure what Activision, Newcastle, what's in Newcastle? Anyway, I know what the play is. I got the whole play, and I'm not getting in the way. I'm tired. Look, bro, this ain't Turki Al-Sheikh doing this shit. Just let you know, bro, this ain't Turkey. This is not Turkey, bro. This is bigger than Turkey, dog. It's bigger than Turkey. Turkey doesn't have the power. Oh, a football club in England, thank you. Turkey doesn't. There's a major play to hell, yeah. No, I'm saying that. No, I'm telling y'all heading back to the plantation. Let me tell you what they're doing. I already know what the play is. I know what the play is. And this is not Turki Al-Sheikh, bro. This is bigger than Turkey. Basically, what they're about to do is stick all you athletes back in the fucking poorhouse, bro. They're about to sit all you boxers, all you black boxers back into the poorhouse is where you guys are headed. Do you know what they can do if they're able to pass the Muhammad Ali Revival Act? They've got a contract to pay him with Paramount Plus. And now they've got a video game that they can use, a video manufacturer and video platforms that they can use for almost every athlete in the sports world. Those three things are all taking place at the same time. No, bro. What they're finna do is they're about to stick you dudes. If the Muhammad Ali Enhancement Act, or what is it? I'll wait to explain. But look, man, it's disgusting, but it is what it is. At the same time, that's why rich people stay rich and poor people stay poor. And you guys are running at quarters and dimes and nickels. And as a result, black people are going to stay poor. That's the big picture of it. Is rich people stay rich and poor people stay poor. And we've been living in a sports world probably for the last, since about 1990, where athletes are getting paid so much money that the teams that they're playing for are actually losing money. Think about this. I was listening to Jay Williams. Shout out to Jay Williams. Jay Williams, a very bright guy, played college basketball at Duke, played professional basketball for the Chicago Bulls, and he was talking about Michael Jordan, and talking about how Michael Jordan was a very underrated businessman because the Charlotte Hornets, which he bought from as the Bobcats, how they made money. and that how to between 16 and 18 of the, do you realize this? 16 to 18 of the NBA teams in the NBA basketball teams, they are 16 to 18 of them lose money every year. They lose money every year. And why do they lose money? They lose money because of the cost of the athlete. Because when the athletes can be free agents, the athletes can play the owners against each other and they can negotiate more money. It's labor. It's a labor issue. So in sports, they're about to solve this labor issue on you guys. And they are going to drive down your opportunities to make money. You guys are not going to get in the way of video games anymore because they're going to stick 400 to 500 you dudes in a league where in exchange for you signing up for this league, that league has the right to use your name and likeness wherever they want to use throughout the universe in perpetuity. So they are going to prevent with the money they have in hand. They are going to prevent from young fighters from signing to Top Rank, signing to the PBC. They're going to compete for all the new young talent because when the new young talent goes away, when Gervonta Davis goes away, you're going to be looking for somebody to watch boxing with, right? When all these guys go away, when all these guys age out. So they're going to give them all the money now. So you pay these guys because they're all overpaid. That's what you hear all the time. Boxers are overpaid. 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 That's what they say all the time. So they're working out a system where boxers don't get overpaid. And that the promoters and the people that risk their money are the ones that are going to receive the most money. You're no longer going to get paid for risking your life. They're going to get paid because they risked their money. And that's how capitalism works. And they've been trying to find a way to monetize this stuff for a while. And I think they've settled on how they're going to monetize themselves in an era where piracy is so rampant. So I'm telling you right now, man, it's going to be wild watching you guys, watching how the amount of money that is actually getting paid to fighters continues to go down and down and down and down, while the amount of money invested in boxing goes up and up and up and up. And they're going to act like they're paying the most money only in a few fights a year. But the majority of the fights that they're going to have, those shits are going to stay within budget. You guys are going to fall very, very hard on the realities of business. Tank. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get to Coach Chris. Coach Chris says something. Grand Rising Fanon in chat questions. Have you heard anything about all the belts being done with, except for the Ring Magazine belt? This was just told to the amateur boxing circuit. Well, if they have somebody that told you that in the amateur boxing circuit, what that's telling you is that they are going to push these amateur boxers into Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh's machine. But absolutely, I know that they're trying to get rid of the belts because that's what the Muhammad Ali Act is. The Muhammad Ali Revival Act is. The Muhammad Ali Revival Act will allow a boxing organization to have its own belts without the sanctioning bodies. That is what they were referring to. Hunter Young said, I wonder, did Al Heyman see this coming and told Tank, get the money now because it may not be coming later? No, don't get me wrong. I think Tank is going to continue to make money. I'm talking about the next Tanks. No, Tank's got to get the money. They're going to drive. I'm trying to tell you, man, and by the way, bro, the same people that are pushing this stuff are probably pushing the piracy too. So by killing, I would say, thank you for explaining this for the youth. Yeah. Oh, no problem. My pleasure. Yeah, it's something that they're asking to do. But I'm telling you, you see the money getting funneled into this from the American side. Trust me, they're going to make Turki Al-Sheikh is not the one that's going to benefit from this. Turki Al-Sheikh, these very, very wealthy entertainment, that they're going to do this. Hunter said, I've been screaming this for months. When Turki goes from simping to pimping, you'll feel the real. Yeah, I mean, you're going to feel it. But I don't think I'm telling you, I don't think it's Turki. I don't really think it's Turkey. I don't honestly, man. I don't think it's Turki Al-Sheikh. I think it's Americans doing this because they're constantly looking for financiers to do this. But it's just a serious situation for boxing. It really is, man. It really is. What my thing do? Hold on one second. Oh, here it is. It's a very serious thing for boxing, man. It really is. It really, really is. And I don't think it's going to change. I don't think Turki Al-Sheikh is essential to it either. I really don't. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Rahm Emanuel and those guys didn't wind up just cutting Turki out because they don't need that. Like, that's one thing they don't need. When you start start pouring money into stuff and start jacking up the price, if they actually think that there is a real value to do that, they're gonna make a move themselves. Double, what's going on, double? Hope you're doing well, man. I don't Tank for getting that. No, Tank's, I'm fine with Tank having this fight, bro. So what do you think the athlete should do about it? I don't think there's anything that the athlete can do about it, Mike Daniels. The only thing that I would say, it depends on what type of athlete you are. First of all, I don't think young people should be looking at boxing as a way that they're going to make a ton of money in the future. I don't think so. Because they are going to, because what they're, the way that it's being, they're going to try to make it a league, man. And Al Heyman wanted to make it a league. Kind of like, do you know how can I say this? All right, so there was a movie where Don Cheadle's character went into a bank and propositioned a bank about an idea that is like a credit card, where basically, where he pitched the idea to a bank about working with him to issue a credit card to his customers, right? And they wound up stealing the idea of the credit card and wind up, profiting off the credit card themselves. So basically what you see is Al Heyman created a model. The boxing establishment and the establishment in the United States, I don't think you can separate the two, decided and told Al Heyman no to the original idea. Then they tried to move in Eddie Hearn and Blavatnik to do it. They were going to do it. So they failed. So then they worked on it for the third thing. Now they got something where they can get the initial cash from Saudi Arabia through whatever political mechanisms they have. And now they've created enough. They're going to gut the competition, come in and form the league that Al Heyman wanted to form to begin with, But it's okay. It is what it is, man. It's not going to hurt boxing fans. I don't think it's going to hurt the boxing fan. But the idea that boxers are going to be making more and more money, no, they're going to make less and less money over time. Over time, they'll make less and less money. And it's going to be like and a lot of fighters are really going to get ran through. A lot of fighters are just going to get ran through, and there's not going to be a lot of let for them. Westbrook's 8 for 9, not be there in a minute. You think Tank wins this fight? Oh, yeah, for sure. He's going to beat up. Yeah, he's going to win this fight. He's going to beat dude up. Yeah, he's going to win the fight. He's going to beat that dude up is what I think for sure. I think he's going to beat up Jake Paul. But more than likely, you know what it is? It's probably the most likely thing is it's going to be scripted to a degree. It's going to be it's an exhibition. So it's going to be scripted to a degree. Are they taking bets on this stuff? Anybody that bets on this shit is crazy. Honestly, I think people who just bet on damn near anything are crazy. Anu Khan, what's going on, Anu Khan? Hope you're well. Hey, Fanon. Hey, Ben. Okay, I got that, man. What's going on, Wes Brooks? I would rather fight for a regional promotion in the U.S. than bend the knee to Zufta Boxing or Rehab. Look, boxers are going to have, the funny thing is that boxers are Man, boxer's the only real sport, man, where free agent, where you really can negotiate with your promoter. You on a fight by fight basis, on a transaction by transaction basis. It's just gonna be serious, man. When they make it a league, bro, unless they're gonna, the only way that I think it would be worth it if they did college programs. Like, I like the fact that Andre Ward is doing something with I don't know if it's Fresno State, somebody in a college in California. Andre Ward has like a boxing program that's associated with it. I also think Morehouse started a boxing program. So let me tell you what I would prefer. Since they're doing this to boxing, I think we should push for more college scholarships for boxers. Because if you have more college scholarships for boxing and you have college boxing, then people can, you don't have to be the greatest boxer in the world, but you can get to college and you can pay your college education by being a good boxer. That's what people used to do it for. It used to be stuff that people did in college. Saudi's never going to take over. This is not a Saudi takeover. This is, if anything, it's a Paramount Plus takeover. Because Paramount Plus, and I don't even know I don't know the terms of the deal. Roy Jones style works well with wrestling. Man, I wouldn't even know, man. I refuse to wrestle. I wrestled a little bit as a kid in gym class. Never did enjoy wrestling, man. Never got how people like that shit. That's a hard sport too. Like, you got to be in crazy, crazy shape to wrestle. Same with boxing. You got to be crazy. You're supposed to be in crazy shape to do any athleticism, really. A part that missed me. I wasn't as quick on the fact that, in order to be an athlete, you need to be in great athletic shape. I was all technique. Could have done a little bit more of that, man. Westbrook said, what do you think about the Bud and Canelo fight? I thought it was a really good fight. I was happy that Terrence Crawford won, for sure. Happy that Terrence Crawford won. Terrific. I thought the fight was terrific. I think that Terrence Crawford showed that he was a superior fighter, moving up in weight like that. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, Zuffa signed with Paramount Plus. So, yeah. So Paramount Plus now has the UFC and they've got Zuffa boxing. So it's going to be so they're obviously just going to try to set up the same thing. What do you think about okay, what did you think of the Bud Canelo, man? Hey, look, man. Terrence Crawford is a hell of a fighter. I think there's a lot of people now that are trying to downplay Canelo. I was watching the video yesterday where somebody was saying that Canelo Alvarez was not an elite fighter because every time he got into the ring with a certain type of fighter, he lost. Nah, man, that is what up, 2 Cent? How you feeling, 2 Cent? That doesn't mean that I don't think that means that Canelo's not an elite fighter. Canelo just fought a lot of elite fighters. You know what I mean? Austin Trout was an elite fighter, but Austin Trout was never really given the opportunities. And I think he beat Canelo. He could have built on that, but he wasn't given it. Same thing. Erislandy Lara need to thank God for man, let me stop yelling. Erislandy Lara needs to thank God for Al Heyman because that dude has been in play for a long time, man. Westbrook, hey, what's up, 2 Cent? How you doing, sister? Hope you're doing well. Westbrook said absolutely 100. I knew Bud was going to win. You could see it in his eyes. I mean, it's hard for me I didn't pick anybody for that fight. I did some videos. I didn't even put up a prediction video. I did. So I was like, nah. Not doing that. That dude is very much the real deal. You know what I mean? Agreed. Boxing is greater than wrestling. Yeah, I think Anu Khan. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Dana thinks he's gonna do better he's gonna do better in boxing. Man, Dana White is gonna do what he's told in boxing. Dana White is gonna do what he's told in UFC. They're gonna do what they're told. That's what Dana White's gonna do. What he's told. You know what I mean? I just want boxing YouTube conversations to be better. Anything at this point in time, do you know what I want more than anything? It is a really selfish wish. I hope that Dana White and those guys don't do any business with standard YouTube channels. I hope that Zufta Boxing does not get involved, or they get out, they stop with all of the, how can I say it, man? They can stop with all the propaganda being thrown at fighters. The propaganda campaign out on black fighters. Bro, I would almost take anything if you will stop that shit. Like, just stop it. You know what I mean? Like, if boxing is going to wind up being where the fighters don't make a lot of money, bro, I think me and YouTubers like 2 Cent, Kamal Oz, shout out to Kamal. I know you're mad at me, Kamal. Shout out Kamal. Guys like Boxing Ego, you know what I mean? I just think the amount of paid propaganda dropped on the head of these black American fighters, I just wish it would stop, man. Like, I'm trying my best not to watch what's going on with Brian Norman Sr. and Jaron Ennis, but I gotta tell you, bro, that shit makes me sick. Like more than I realize, man, that I don't really care as much about where a fighter fights and who he fights with and the promotional companies. I really don't care as much about that as it may seem, even as it may seem to myself, because my frustration is more lies in the attack dogs that are out on fighters. So I'm going to get out of the way of these attack dogs and these fighters, and they can say whatever they want. But man, whatever needs to happen so that black fighters can get their fair share, at least in conversations, I'm fine with it. As long as these people have no reason to shit on fighters anymore. I mean, because it can happen. These guys don't shit on Bud anymore. They don't shit on Bud anymore because they started getting paychecks. Their paychecks started getting connected to them shitting on Bud. Never shit on Devin Haney because their paychecks was connected to Devin Haney. In whatever way, whether it's your influence, whether it's whatever it is. Like, if Zufta Boxing is going to be open and available to everybody, and they're not going to play color games, you know? Daryl Thompson, Noop, is Bud bad for boxing? Is he going to spend 2 years saying he won't fight, then end up with an MMA guy or Jake Paul instead of real legacy fights? Let me, I'm sorry, Wes Brooks, man. Condolences to your mom. Give me 1 second, Daryl. Let me give a 10 count on Kamal Oz's gong to Daryl Thomas, man. I'm sorry for the loss of your mother. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yo, Noop, is Bud bad for boxing? Is he going to spend 2 years saying he won't fight, then end up with an MMA guy or Jake Paul instead of real legacy fights? Well, he doesn't have 2 years. He got to drop those belts. He does not have 2 years. He got to drop those belts. So, but do I think he's bad for boxing? Not at all. What's up, Jameson Childress? No, not at all. I don't think Bud is bad for boxing at all. I think he's very good for boxing because he's an incredible athlete. He's an incredible boxer. No, I think he's terrific for the sport of boxing. I really do. You know, I think he's been one of the best. Now, I don't agree with everything that he does, but you know, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He makes the moves that he makes for the good of himself or the good of his family. I'm not really bugging on that, man. I'll just let that shit go. But no, I do not think that he's bad for boxing. I think that anybody that's that dedicated and is that successful and has achieved the things that he's done can't be anything but good for boxing, man. Shane Song said, respect Fanon, showing some love before box this clock. Oh, before I punch this clock, shout out Shane Song. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate you, my guy. Somebody gave me a super chat. Hey, Daryl Thomas, thank you for the $2 holler, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, brother. You know what it is. So many people support the channel. It's always good to see somebody new supporting the channel. But no, man, look, let me put all my personal idiosyncrasies to the side. Let me put my personal idiosyncrasies to the side. Terrence Crawford is very good for the sport of boxing. Terrific for the sport of boxing. Because in the ring, he displays a mastery of the ring. That cannot be anything but good for boxing. I don't think that there is a boxer that is bad for boxing. I don't think that there's a boxer that's bad for boxing. I think that there are some people that are bad for boxing. Guys that I would say are terrible for boxing. Many of them are on Twitter. Many of them are ones that, are consistently dog whistling black fighters or colored fighters of color. Ones that, really feed off of the negativity that surround fighters. I think that can be bad for boxing, because it drives people away from the sport of boxing. Anything that drives people and makes people sick of boxing is bad for boxing. Bud Crawford's fights never made me sick of boxing, Now, I will tell you what I think is bad for boxing in the United States. It's kind of like when they put on like DAZN. I think DAZN is bad for boxing. I think DAZN is good for boxers, but DAZN is bad for boxing. So if said Daryl Thompson said, I watch you every day, bro. You're the only boxing YouTuber I watch. Shout out to the good news. Hey man, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Daryl. Thank you, Fi. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the negativity is what's really bad. I don't think that it's people that are bad for boxing, Now, if you want to say things like the decision, is it good for boxing for him to fight Canelo Alvarez? I don't think that's bad for boxing. I'm not saying that everything that Bud does in the ring is good for boxing, but I don't think it's bad for boxing. I don't think there's a lot of fighters bad for boxing. Some of these commentators, they are bad for boxing. Because I love boxing, man. And talking boxing, like, I'll tell you who's really bad for boxing. There's a guy named Here for Boxing. He's bad for boxing. He's very bad for boxing. And the reason why I say that is because he's somebody that will go out of his way to try to make somebody not want to watch the sport of boxing. It's like if you listen to him a couple times, you're like, man, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even want to deal with shit because you got people like that. Rollo is bad for boxing. Frequent flyer is bad for boxing. All right. I'm joking about frequent flyer being bad for boxing. What the hell is Saudi Arabia doing buying up all this shit? And why are they steady selling it to them? Well, first of all, let's tell you something. I don't know how much they actually own of that video game, but they probably bought it because Undisputed sucks. He's such an asshole, not good for boxing. I mean, he's like, dude, seriously. There are so many people out there that are out there that are like that really want to just behave like that. They are very bad for boxing because they drive people away from wanting to talk about boxing because you know that you're going to get insulted. Yeah, but Raymond Children said Rollo is bad for the environment. Man, PIF had a 99%. PIF had a 9.9% interest in EA before this deal. Thank you, Hunter Young. EA's whole studio being bought up is bullshit. Hey, dude, they were dying anyway, bro. EA was dying anyway. EA is dying anyway. They got to take that money. Anyway, they're just buying the engine. They're going to rename the shit. Cardina said a lot of these content creators are bad for boxing. Hey, man, peace and love to the content creators, man. I'm not saying anybody is bad for boxing or good for boxing, bro. Honestly, man, I don't think I've been the best for boxing because I've been very resistant of a lot of stuff, man. And these guys actually got me to the point, bro, where I wanted to hurt somebody, you know, just over talking boxing, man. It's just that I'm stubborn, you know. You don't say ways to launder money. Exactly. Exactly. They should have. Hold on one second. Exactly. They should have let EA make Undisputed. Well, look, here's the thing. The the sports engine, for the fight games, they moved over to the Fight Night is still in production. It's just called UFC. They got rid of the boxers. And one of the reasons they got rid of the boxers was because they have a problem with the licensing for the fighters. Can you imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather Jr. wants to be on EA Sports games? So what they're going to do is they're going to take the sport back from guys like Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was running the sport as a boxer from on top. Muhammad Ali was running the sport of boxing as a boxer on top. They're going to put a program together where boxers will never run the sport of boxing. That's all they're doing. Sorry, Martin, but many of these content creators are bad for boxing. Selling out is definitely bad for boxing. Look, I understand that completely, Barbara D. I really understand that. I am trying to be positive as I can possibly be about the sport of boxing right now. Really, I am. I'm trying very much because I realize, Barbara D, that people are trying to steal my joy about the sport. So, moving forward, bro, look, I still don't like what y'all are doing. He said, yep. Well, he said, yep, UFC fighting is clean. No DS. What does DS stand for? UFC and Fight Night, you're right. Yep. But yeah. They got their engine. They took the engine and gave it to the UFC. But they gave it to them because you couldn't have the rights to any boxers because the boxers' rights cost so much. Martin, we have to keep it 100 no matter what. Oh, I'm keeping it 100. Trust you me. I'm keeping it 100. Barbara D, let me tell you what I'm going to do. They're not real, Barbara. They're not real content creators. They're fake as fuck. Barbara, they're fake as fuck. They're not real people. So all they are is an echo chamber and they don't move anything. Barbara, they don't move anything. Like how I can tell you, they don't move the needle at all. They are of no real consequence. The only thing that they really do is they frustrate boxers and they try to affect boxers' decisions. They absolutely positively do that. So, but to me, they're no different than the media. So is the media bad for boxing? Fuck yes, these media is terrible. They're terrible, 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 terrible. The boxing media is terribly, terribly, terribly sold out. Like for real, terribly sold out. And I don't want to give these guys any more shine. Really and truly, Barbara D, I see patterns, Barbara. Like I blame myself for the success of a lot of these people that are the scumbags that you're talking about. Acknowledging them, engaging in any type of banter with them. It's just such a slippery slope, Barbara. He said the way they are attacking pro tank channels lets you know that it's an agenda. I'm telling you, they are trying to make you quit, is what they're trying to do. Okay? Look, I will not mention names, but I know for certain that there are people that have channels that are currently being courted because they are saying things that are positive about Turki Al-Sheikh. I believe very much so that all of that is going to play itself out, Barbara. I believe it's going to play itself out. But there are people that I actually like, Barbara. where I'm looking at him. And I remember it happened to a guy, a YouTube channel. I haven't seen him in a while. Good dude. But it was like all of a sudden, he would get like 20,000 views for a video, 20,000, 20,000. And I would look and I'd be like, look, bro, every one of these videos you're doing in this little stretch of time are getting 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. Brother, that's not going to continue. You guys are in a pyramid fucking scheme. Okay? Like they're in a pyramid scheme where they are dishing out certain amounts of views to people to encourage them. So when other YouTube channels look at the views somebody else is getting, you can get a sense of discouragement. But they're just trying to discourage you and prevent you from putting the content out. You know what I mean? So in order to be able to continue to put the content out over long periods of time, it is almost necessary to get these dudes the fuck out my dome. And I'm talking specifically to Barbara D. I can tell you everything I think about these dudes have not changed whatsoever. Have not changed whatsoever. I just know that I'm sick to fuck of all of them. Like, that's all I can say. Shit. What up, Edward Bright? It's so sad. I was watching this sport before most of these guys existed. Barbara D in there to work, man. But it's, you know who it is, Barbara? It's people our age, Barbara. It's not, though. It's not, dude. It's not. The people behind this bullshit are people that are our age. They are the manipulative. They're the same manipulative scab ass people that they have always been. And because people Shakur's age don't run nothing. People Gervonta Davis' age don't run nothing. They're all kids. The people that put people up to this shit are grown people doing this shit. People our age, people in our circle are the ones responsible for this. You know? And I'm going to tell you, Barbara, look, these people are racist. Okay? They are racist. They don't want black people to do well. And I'm telling you, these are people that I consider family to me. Bro, they are cool with me. They are not cool with black folk. And to watch black folk fall apart and be used so easily every single solitary time, it's so discouraging. Because there's a finite amount of black people that are out there concocting this shit, trying to basically be the people that are considered to be the leaders of Black America. They exist within corporate America. They exist within the sports world, but they basically are there just to be the counterpoint to other black people. And I watch it all the time, bro. It's like they just, I'm telling you, they don't mean well. He wants to sign 400 fighters. Yeah, if you sign 400 fighters, nobody else is going to have any competition. Basically, what he's saying is, I'm going to sign 400 fighters. I'm going to sign all the competition. That's what he meant. He said, you're right about it being people our age. Master always got his foot on our necks. I'm telling you, Barbara. I'm telling you, they can always go get a black person to make an excuse for it. So, Barbara, don't get it twisted. I'm not about to sell out, Barbara. Because honestly, they don't have enough money to buy me. Like, seriously, they don't have enough money to buy me. So it isn't about super chats. It's not about cash apps. It's not about views or any of that stuff, you know? But I want to tell you, I know where they're going with this shit. You guys don't know where they're going with this shit. Why do you think these people are so concerned with people coming to my channel? Why do you think these people get paid and get all of this shit to get away from me and never come around me? You guys should ask yourself these questions, man. You know? Barbara D said, I know you're not selling out, Martin. Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not going to do it. They don't have enough money, Barbara. Seriously, I ain't got that much life left. I'm not 22. Even then I didn't. They discredit Al Heyman, the black man. They don't know, but praise the foreigner Turkey, who they do know. Well, you know what it is. I'll explain this one to you. Al Heyman is not a rival. Al Heyman was a movie rival to Jay Prince. Okay? He's a rival. He's Jay Prince's rival. Black folk want to be everybody's rival. They want a rival. Whenever there's a black person on top, you better believe me, there's 5,000 black people looking to take his place. It's because they call it breaking the ceiling. You could be the pharaoh. Like, I'm serious, man. You could be a fucking pharaoh. And there'll be 50,000 niggas thinking they're the pharaoh too. No joke, bro. Kentrell said, Fanon, you better not turn into a turkey ring card, boy. Hell no. I'm not, bro. Seriously, man. I'm sick of these niggas giving these niggas sound bites, bro. Honestly, bro, I'm sick of it, bro. These niggas are making a living off me, man, and I'm about tired of it. Our own people are always the ones who hurt us the most. Man, you know who hurt me the most, Barbara D, in my entire life? My father. Man, my father did shit to me, bro, that no other human being has ever done. And he thoroughly prepared me for any amount of skull fucking duggery that could be done to me by anybody else, bro. Nigga completely stole my ability to trust anybody. You know what I mean? So you better believe, bro, I know full well that if you get to a certain level in anything, people will sell you out. Like they say in that song, money and blood don't mix. Oh, so what is that? What did Biggie say about that? Something about your mama will say, what did your mother do? Your mother something for a buck. Be in the bushes. I can't remember. It's basically your mama, for enough money, your mama will be sitting in the bush waiting to light that ass up for enough money. You know what I mean? Your mother will get you out of there if they put enough money on you. And that's what they bet, bro. They just wave money in black folks' face, and there's nothing you can tell anybody while they got money in their face. No joke, bro. There's nothing you can tell somebody when they waving that money in your face. There's nothing you can tell somebody. Especially black people in America. You know why? Because black people think that you're nothing if you ain't got money. If you don't have money in black America, everybody is taught that you are nothing if you don't have money. So all that guy has to do is come by and give you some money, and these guys are gonna do whatever they say, and you've made it because you're getting their money. So Shay, R.I.P. Big. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there, man, but I broke every rule, and he was right about that shit. I swear that, bro. Money and blood don't mix like two and no. It will. You know what I mean? Yes, it will. Oops. Oh, man, I don't have my phone on me. Yeah, it's crazy, but see, that's the easiest way to get it. But they don't know because the money's not worth anything because it's not backed by anything. That's the thing that gets me. They don't even have any money because their money's not backed by anything. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, their money's not even backed by anything. And you can do something for somebody on the way up, bro, but as soon as you do it, and watch this something else too. All of Black America is built to serve our best up to them. Because once you make it in Black America, your job is then to cross over. Want to cross over into country music, want to cross over into this and that. I hate to say money ain't everything, but Bud just got a big payday and it didn't stop the police from drawing guns on him. No, because he doesn't have any power. Bud is wealthy and Bud is famous, but Bud has no power. He's powerless. Bud is wealthy, but Bud has no power. He's powerless. What good does it? I have no idea what good it does for you to have a bunch of money and and be famous and have no power. He has no power. This was what they said. Let me tell you something. You know what a police officer did to me in the town that I live in? When somebody called the police on me the last time, the police officer parked down the block from my house, waited until I walked out of the house, then got out of his car, walked about 50 feet to talk to me in the middle of the street. He did not put me in a cop car. He didn't do any of that. He treated me like he had respect for me. And I would like to thank the police officers that did that. Another police officer came by my house. Do you know what that police officer did? He nicely knocked on my door, asked me 2 questions, told me not to worry about it, got in his car and drove off. Do you know what the last police officer before that did? Basically blocked a bunch of police officers from getting to me and gave me a little piece of paper and asked me to go home, while there was about 5 or 6 other police cars flying at me. You know why that is? Because somebody kept calling the cops on me, but you can't call the cops on me. So the cops told the cops not to cop me. You know why? Because I may not be as rich as Terrence in money. I may not be as famous as Terrence, but I'm a lot more powerful than Terrence Crawford. Because if those police officers do something to me, you better believe there's going to be a backlash for it. So they make sure that they don't do anything where they have to face a serious backlash from people that they worry about. Okay? The fact of the matter is they don't worry about Bud. That's why they can pull him over and stick a gun in his face. I'm not a fan, but I thought it was insulting if Bud hadn't broken any law and fabricated something. You know what Bud did? Bud had a gun in his car, and he was black. And that's it. And somebody let Bud know that Bud doesn't have a lot of power. I talk to you guys all the time about that, but people want to call me crazy, Barbara. You can have money, you can have fame, and you can have no power. Michael Jackson lived in, what did he live in, Santa Monica or wherever he lived? He had money, he had fame, but those white folk around him had the power and stuck his ass in a court of law at least 2 times on a bunch of BS. I don't know if they were speeding or not. It doesn't matter. A police officer will pull you over for nothing. You guys don't, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to let y'all niggas just keep doing you. Keep doing you. Don't listen to me. You know what I mean? You know, were they speeding? They said it was reckless driving. Citation for reckless driving. I don't know what that means, but he was doing something where he was cited for reckless driving. However, let me inform you, if the police want to pull you over, they will pull you over. I know when I'm going to get pulled over before I'm pulled over. I know when I leave my house sometimes when I'm going to get pulled over. If I go by a certain building in this town, I know for certain they are going to want me pulled over. But they got me pulled over once, and then they got a lot of slack. So they stopped doing it. Sometimes it ain't about whether you black or whether it's your... See, let me explain something to y'all, man. Being white does not make you powerful. Being black makes you a target. Let me repeat this. Being white does not make you powerful. It just means that you're not usually a target. Being black doesn't mean you can't have power. It just means that you're a target. Understand? Barack Obama has plenty of power, but he's still a target. No matter how powerful he gets, he's still a target. And why is he a target? Because he is an exception to the status quo. Not good for the system if he doesn't toe the line. Big difference between money. You know how they say money, power, respect? What is money and respect? Respect is fame. Money and fame. What is power? Power is the ability to stop somebody from doing something or to make them do something. Can you make them stop? Can you make them go? That's why people get up here and they want to order me to do things. I never miss that when somebody orders me to do something. When you ordering me to do something, telling me to do something, you are trying to exert power over me. You are trying to demonstrate that you have power over me. Let's have a conversation about what power means. Okay? So if you try to send a bunch of bots to my channel and get me talking about something I don't want to talk about, and you're sitting back in your house and you know you're doing it and I don't know you're doing it, what does that mean you're doing? That means that you are exerting power over me. To what extent? To the extent that I allow you to affect the things that I talk about. So that's why somebody says, Martin, don't let them rage bait you, because they are saying things because they believe that if they can get you in a rage, then that demonstrates that they have control over you. Now, let me tell you that with me is not the case at all. If you find me raging, it's because I want to rage. And let me tell you for sure, if I find out who you are, or if my people find out who you are, that's not going to be good for you. Okay? You don't have any power over me. I have power over myself and I have power over my mood. And I have to tell you, you guys deserve to go broke. Let me repeat this. I've worked hard enough. I've done how many thousands and thousands and thousands of videos? Thousands of videos. Talked about business principles, supporting black fighters. And as soon as this little fat dude comes around and waves up $5 in your face, you're going to sell me out like you never met me. Probably is. Probably is. But I'm going to tell you who has the money. We do. Pull out Bandit. Look, bro, let me be very straightforward with you guys. To the extent, bro, I tell y'all that I have influence. Bro, the people that I derive that safety from do not like black people by and large. They don't like black people by and large. You guys are just making an excuse for these guys to come in and do what they always do, which is buy up everything, shut your businesses down, cross your money into their bank accounts. And if you think that the people with the blue 6-pointed star are the only people that do this, bro, no way. They're just the money changers. The people with the real money will rout you. Bro, they will rout you mercilessly. And I ain't going to argue with them anymore. I'm telling you, man, I'm not going to do it. Every time I try to support black people, I get torn down by black people. So the best I can do is sit up here and just be honest with you and tell you, you guys are fucking with people that are going to steal all your money. Yes, they are. But they're not stealing the money from you. They're just stealing your position so that they can steal the money from people in the future. See, they don't mind you getting money because your money is going to be leaving. As soon as you niggas get that money in your pocket, that money is going to go right to them anyway because they own all the businesses. Why do you think we can get you arrested? Why do you think we can pull you over and get guns put in your face? You think that is coincidental? It's not coincidental. I'm telling you right now, it's not coincidental that somebody slapped Bud in the stomach, and then on his birthday, he got a gun pulled in his face. I'm telling you, that shit's not accidental. It's not coincidental. I'm telling you, it's not coincidental. When I saw it, I tweeted it out. I said, Bud need better security. I said it. I tweeted it out. I said, when I saw Bud get slapped in the stomach that day, I said, Bud needs better security. Then what happens? He's in his car with his bodyguards, his security, and a police officer gets him out of his car and sticks a gun in his face. I told you. I'm telling you. Do you think that's coincidental? That day, I'm telling you, I tweeted it. I said, Bud needs better bodyguards. He does. First of all, why are you driving a car, Bud? Number one, Bud, you need to be in the back rear passenger seat, dog. If that's your bodyguard, you need to be in the back rear passenger seat. But whatever. Be in the driver's side while you need bodyguard. But exactly, big drive. Why is he driving? Anyway, bro, it was not coincidental. I'm telling you this. It was not coincidental, bro. It's not coincidental. It's also not coincidental that Paramount used to be the same people that funded Showtime. The Cardina said, want to be a superstar but remain the same as before don't work? No, look, bro, if you need a bodyguard. What up, Lou? Hey, man, what up, Louis Shipman? How you feeling, brother? I ain't seen you in a minute. Now, look, I've been talking for an hour. If anybody would like to support in the super chat, please do. If you don't, at least hit the like button because I'm going to go check the likes. I'm going to be on for a little while, man. Hold on one second. Actually, let me do something. Man. End of the month. What's up, Joseph Robinson? How you feeling? Give me 1 second. I got to do something. Because this takes a minute for me to do. No, on the real, though. Even if you get a binge, you still you're in a coupe, for sure. Bro, I was driving a 8 series? Was it an 8 series? It was either a 7 series or an 8 series wide body BMW, bro. And I had the police in Chicago pull me over and 2 cops stuck guns in my faces. And guess what had happened the day before? Look, no joke. I was warned by somebody not to take a car into a certain area of town. I was warned not to do it. I ignored the warning and I took the car and I went exactly where I was going to go because I didn't care. Right after I was warned to do it, 2 police officers cut the road off, jump out, and stick 2 guns in my face. I get out the car like this. They say, what are you doing here? I say, I'm dropping off a mentee. And then they're like, oh, and let me go. Bro, somebody tried to get me shot by some cops, bro. Somebody tried to get me shot by some cops and was a smart ass and told me to my face not to do what they knew I was going to do. And I was basically like, fuck them, went on ahead and did it. And boom, I got 2 guns in my face. Very powerful person told me not to do it too. Somebody very capable of pulling that bullshit off too. You know? So don't tell me if you loudmouth somebody, you disrespect somebody, that you can't get pulled over by some cops and have some guns in your face, because it happened to me. Wes Brooks, man, thank you for the new donation, brother. $2 holler means a lot, brother. It means a lot. Trust me. Trust me, I know. Thank you so much. No joke. That's a true story, bro. That's a true story. Shit like that doesn't happen on accident, bro. They're not just going to happen to pull this dude over on and put guns in his face on his birthday, the day after he had a gigantic parade in that town. You think that is coincidental that it got put on nationwide news that, hey, dude, we just knocked this Negro down a peg? Nah, bro. It's not. It's not coincidental. I can tell you people that Bud has disrespected, bro, they can do that to him. I can tell you the people. I can tell you the people's names who are very capable of doing that to him. Very capable. And guess what else they can do? They can get you audited. They can get you audited. They can do all kind of shit, bro. So I'm telling you right now, bro, when Tim Bradley said that shit, did you see Tim Bradley's video? When Tim Bradley said, you don't own your city if the cops are pulling you over like that? You don't. You don't. Big guy. Huge difference between being famous, wealthy, and being powerful, bro. I'm telling you, dog. There's little old ladies sitting out in places, bro. Get you done, bro. Q Bree said, "Good morning, Fanon. Good morning, channel OG Fanon. Much love and respect. Keep it going. Thank you, brother." The police officer got suspended and getting investigated. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Dude, they're just investigating the video, bro. They're not going to do shit. They're not investigating the police officer. They're investigating Lewis Shipman. That's not what they're doing. They're not in the police officer. Hold on. Did you see it got suspended? Let me look. OPD. Okay, here you go. Give me 1 second. Let me see this. Damn. Shouldn't be long. All right, I saw he didn't get. They didn't say they got suspended. It didn't say they got suspended though. Where did you say that the officer was suspended? They didn't say the officer was suspended. All they said that they were investigating it. But look, if they investigated and they're gonna investigate it, ain't nothing gonna happen to that cop because that cop didn't shoot anybody. So if he felt like there were guns in the car and he saw the gun was by his feet. Hold on, man, get out. You got a gun in the car. That's what they're going to do. And they're not going to, he said he ain't getting fired. The police said that. Yeah, they're not going to do nothing to him. Anyway, like I said, maybe it's just coincidental. I don't believe in coincidences, dog. But anyway, man, like I said, bro, I don't even know why it is what it is. There's nothing going to happen to that cop. They're protecting that blue line. Yeah, for sure they're going to protect the blue line, man. They're going to protect the blue line, man. I feel sorry. Seriously, though, man. Like, I want to talk to y'all like this. Like, I really wish that people would listen to me. Like, but I'm not in a position where I can say anything that people are really going to truly listen to, other than people that know and respect me, because there's so many people that whole job is just to run around and fucking lie on me and try to argue with me, even though what I said is 100% fucking fact. Bro, you guys are going to be in a real lot of trouble in boxing, bro. I'm telling you. It's not going to be a viable industry for you guys to do anything else but get your brains beat out for fucking fame. You're going to be famous. They're going to make you famous. They're going to keep the money. Do you notice how the PBC, these guys made all this money in the PBC, but they were with fewer viewers? They're going to flip the mode. They're going to make sure you make a lot less money with a lot more viewers. You can see it in the way that they did the Terrence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight. Look at that as basically like what's going to happen in the future. You're going to have one really big fight, and then you have a bunch of fighters that nobody cares, that are not getting paid crap. And so you're going to have to fight on those cards, fight on those cards. They're going to have 12 fight cards a year. If you don't take the money that they offer you, you're not going to get a fight. They're going to freeze your ass out very, very easily. And that easiest way in the world to freeze somebody's ass out is in that UFC model. Jesus, because you don't have any competition. So how are you not going to get frozen out? Man, but anyway, it's just small fry shit. You know what I mean? Like small, you guys are going to go through small fry shit because you think like small fries, bro. Nuke the Duke says, I don't mess with the police. They the biggest gang to the police. Exactly. Pay the cops. Pay the cops. Pay the cops. Pay the cops. All right, OG Circle Game. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. He said, oh, what is it? He said, that's right. Bud needs to stop popping off at people. Hey, man. That dude named Dave told me a story about meeting Terrence Crawford, bro. Louis Shipman said, I believe you, Fanon. Chat, listen to him. He know what he's talking about. I mean, man, it's crazy, bro. I want to tell you, dude. Like, seriously, man. Like, look, man. I'm not going to talk loud because I'm really. All right, check out Wes Brooks, man. Thank you for the support, bro. No joke, bro. Thank you, sir. Thanks for allowing me to drop the link. I appreciate you for now. Oh, yeah, man, for sure. OG Circle Gang. Look, man. Thank you for your boxing views. Thank you, Ruben. Look, man, you got to understand, bro, like these Koch brothers, like these all of these, like the dudes with the real old, okay, here. All right, let me say this. You know how you think the people, I got to keep I got to keep the channel monetized for this live stream. So I can't say nothing out untoward. All right. So, you know, the people that are like usually in Israel, those group of people, you know how people think they're the most powerful people in the world because they are like, they do all this monetary stuff. The truth of the matter is they're really just middlemen. They really are. Like most conservative Christians that are really still like Zionists, they only really support them because they want them to all meet the end of their lives in that country, right? So you really do have to understand that the real power in this world really are white people. They really are. It really is white people. It's white people who have very, very, very old money. And when I'm telling you it's old money, bro, it's much older money than the Rothschilds. Like people talk about the Rothschilds. They talk about like the Medici. They talk about those people like those Europeans like that kind of helped along and ran Western Europe. No, the old money. I'm talking about the old money. That shit is what really runs the world, man. That's what really runs the world. And they, I believe, are really like trying to do business with black people, and they want to be able to do business with black people directly. But because black people are so intertwined with the middleman, and they're like the muscle for the middleman, that it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to do business. So they always have to do business through middlemen. And you guys never get connected to the money because you guys are so busy dealing with the middlemen. Like Turki Al-Sheikh is a middleman. I don't care what you say. They're middlemen. They're middlemen, man. They're middlemen. That nigga said Dracula money. That's what I'm talking about. Like you don't understand, bro. Like you think these Koch brothers and those guys just made all that money themselves? They didn't. You think Jeff Bezos really made all that money by himself? You really believe the story they tell you about Jeff Bezos starting his business out of the garage? And no. Jeff Bezos was going to be rich doing something that didn't matter. Let me tell you a story of a meeting that I went to for the world's oldest family businesses. Bro, the people that I was talking to in this family business, it's the oldest family business in the world. You see these people, no joke. These people, you see these people in movies. These are actresses. Like, for example, there was an actress, just a bit actress, that I was sitting next to. I asked what her business was, right? And these people are people that I'm related to, dog. And I asked them, like, what is your business? Her business, guess what they did? They made all the ketchup for McDonald's, all the ketchup for Burger King, all the ketchup for Wendy's. They made all of the ketchup. They didn't make Heinz ketchup. They made Golden ketchup. They own Golden ketchup. They own like 15 different ketchup brands. This woman has so much money that all she had to do for a living is just, oh, I'm an actress. And then as soon as she wanted to be an actress, she got a major motion picture role. That's what they do for their family. That's the family these people try to marry into. But you black people sell ourselves out every time we have an opportunity. Every time we got an opportunity, you'd rather sell out to the middleman than anybody that's really trying to get you right. You know what I mean? That's why I got a little bit depressed, because like, you don't understand, nationalism is important. And nationalism has been demonized. It's been demonized. And guess what? The only reason these guys have money is because they are socialist. Believe it or not, they keep their money, and they keep their money. They keep their money in the family. That shit doesn't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit doesn't leave. They keep their money. Bro, I have never starved in my life. I'll never starve. That's one thing I know for sure. I will never starve. You niggas have been trying to put me out of business. Niggas been trying to starve me out for like 30 years. And they can't starve me out. Because no matter what you do, that trust is still there. It's still going to pop up. It's still going to help us. But we're never going to be able to build anything like that for ourselves because of the people that are really responsible for what's going on here in boxing, bro. Are you saying signing with Turkey is selling out? Why would I say that? Selling out to who? Signing with Turkey, is it selling out? I don't even know what you mean about whether it's selling out or not. Turkey is a middleman. Turkey doesn't mean shit, is what I'm saying. Let me help you with this knuckle sandwich. What I'm saying is that Turki Al-Sheikh is just a front. He doesn't matter. Dana White is a front. The closest people that you're going to get to who are the real decision makers in this situation is Ari Emanuel, and Rahm Emanuel. That's as close to the decision makers as you're going to get. And please note that it is Ari Emanuel and it is Rahm Emanuel. Specifically, Ari Emanuel is the one that owns the UFC. He basically owns TKO as well. He owns Dana White. So you don't hear anything. The most significant player in this is Ari Emanuel, who's American. Isn't Ari Conor McGregor's manager? He probably is. He basically owns Endeavor, which owns the UFC, which owns TKO. Good people too, by the way. No, seriously, I mean this. Ari Emanuel is good people, bro. Ari Emanuel's good people. Rahm Emanuel's good people. You know, they are very, 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 very big time people. Good people, though. Really good people. I ain't got any problem with them. You know, how is going to someone who is foreign disrupting American boxing not selling out? Look, I don't want to call it. What's up, Ajay? They from Chicago? Yeah, exactly. I know I'm from Chicago. I'm telling you, man. You guys, look, bro. I'm bigger in Chicago. But, bro, they ain't in the family. I'm going to tell you this. They're from Chicago, but they're not in the family. No, they're not. At the same time, bro, you know how many of these, they got dough, bro. Trust you me. But I know I'm not saying going to Turkey is selling out anything. Man, if y'all want to sign with Turki Al-Sheikh, go ahead and sign with Turki Al-Sheikh. Go fight with Turki Al-Sheikh. No, I'm not saying that. I personally don't like and don't care for Turki Al-Sheikh's involvement in boxing because I think he's a fucking egomaniac. And I don't like him personally. I don't like him. I don't like what he represents. I don't. Because I want America to own American boxing. I don't want a Saudi Arabian to own American boxing. And I don't want it to, even for them to make it look like a Saudi owns American boxing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like his face being on top of it. I don't. But again, I'm not fooled. I don't think he's where the buck stops. You know? They're probably on some quid pro quo stuff, whatever. You know? All I wish is that they would stop mistreating black fighters. You know what I mean? So, but no, I will not mistreat a black fighter and tell you that they're a sellout just because they fight on a Turki Al-Sheikh card. I don't think Deontay Wilder is a sellout if he fights because he fought on a Turki Al-Sheikh card. I do not. I don't think David Benavidez is a sellout because he's on a Turki Al-Sheikh card or fights on Riyadh season. I don't. I don't think they're sellouts. You know what I mean? I think you're a sellout when you lie. I think you're a sellout when you manipulate. I don't care who you sign to. I don't care who you sign to if you run in fighters boxing, right? You know, if you're running other fighters' names into the mud, then why would I think that you're a decent person? You know, that's what I think is a sellout. But no, man, honestly, bro, no, I don't think anybody's a sellout if they do what they think is best for themselves, you know? Phoenix Facts, I wish people stop saying Devin is on. Anyway, let me put a link in there in case anybody want to chop it up, man. I will probably be staying on longer today. So, because I got time, man. In my opinion, only see, what is it? Yeah, no, I don't think you're selling out if you do something with Turki Al-Sheikh. I don't think that at all. Dana would say Dana, in my opinion, isn't anything but a capitalist who doesn't care about his fighter. I think that's 100% facts. He is a 100% capitalist, but you got to understand, bro. That's how. Look, man. That's how these people speak. First of all, Dana White is a made man, bro. First of all, so Dana White is going to be doing what Dana White is told to do. Dana White is a made man, bro. You can just see it on his face, bro. He's just good people. You know what I mean? What's up, King of Hate? How you feeling today, man?
Dude, feeling good, man. I was seeing that, as time goes on, more and more people getting upset about this exhibition coming up. It's funny. But man, we got other good fights coming up. Scooter Davis about to fight again too.
Oh,
Like,
good deal. He just signed the top. Didn't Scooter just sign the top rank?
Yep. He just
Good
had, he just
for
fought.
Davis.
Yeah, he just fought like 2 weeks ago, but he fighting November 22nd also. That's gonna be on a separate deal though, because like that's the same day they doing that Benavidez and Yard card. So Scooter got a fight coming up. Don't know who his opponent is yet though. So looking forward to seeing that. And then we got, man, what you were just saying about, trying to cut out the middleman and everything. Like a lot of these boxers, see, that's the problem. They out there with these middlemen and they're not promoting themselves. And then it's funny because you hear them talk about, yeah, I'm my own boss, or I'm not gonna go ahead and bend the knee for nothing. And then all of a sudden they over there with Turkey and it's like, huh? And they found out that being your own boss means like you gotta be out there where people are gonna want you to fight no matter where you at. Like that was the one thing that Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao had that a lot of these guys today don't. Because Pacquiao didn't really need Bob Arum like after his name got attached to Floyd. And then, he had beat Oscar and beat Margarito, Josh Clottey. Like, even though, that Clottey fight was funny. Like Pacquiao at that point didn't really need Bob. Like it's probably just like maybe he didn't really have everything together to be as much hands on about his career as he needed. But like his name carried weight, you know, and that was the same thing with Floyd. Like after he beat Oscar, like his name was carrying weight. So when you see all these boxers talking about they want to be their own boss and they got like their own promotional company, no, it's not like Mayweather Promotions. It's not like Manny Pacquiao Promotions where they got fighters signed to them and they putting on cards and stuff. Like shoot, even Lamont Roach, and then they got that OTX Promotions. They doing pro box, but like you see what it is with something like DHP. I think they've had two fights they've actually promoted. And does anybody know who signed to them? And then like look at some of the other fighters that thought they was going to go ahead and do things their own way. Like last year with Shakur saying he his own boss, and all of a sudden he with Eddie Hearn. Like a lot of these fighters think that going out there and trying to be solo is some easy stuff to do. But then when they find out that it takes a whole lot more, it takes actually promoting yourself, it takes building your brand and getting your name out there and then having performances to go with what you're saying. Yeah, it's a lot of extra work. And they don't realize that all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, how come you saying you got, you know, whatever promotions and y'all ain't promoting nothing? How come you or you end up in a purse bid and nobody wants to bid on the fight and you all upset? And it's like, well, you your own promoter. No, you can't put up money to promote the fight. Like, what's up? You want to bid on the purse, or you can't bid on the purse. You know, because those are two separate things. But that's why you're gonna have a lot of fighters that always have a middleman, and very few that don't need one because not everybody's name is gonna get out there like that. And that's something a lot of fighters is unwilling to accept. It's a shame. And like I said before, like I think that's the biggest reason why guys like Turkey and Jake Paul are able to come in because these fighters all want to make those Mayweather paydays, but don't want to do like the pretty boy things or the money made things, like actually build their name up and establish their brand. They don't. And so when they're realizing like, man, I want to get a payday, I don't know what's going on, and then Turkey's like, here, take my hand. Like, okay. And that's why that stuff ended up happening. And that's also why Jake Paul is up in here. Because he
Hey, let
can
me
go
ask
ahead
you
and
this
create
thing.
that
Let me
excitement.
change the topic for a second.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think about the Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. fight. Like, I want to talk about that because I'm thinking these guys are really sleeping on Devin Haney, man. Like and by the way, Barbara D, I tried to type to you, Barbara. You must have left the chat, but man, I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, I feel if I sound more conciliatory than usual, that's just because I'm trying to find some peace in my life, bro. And I'm sick. I'm sick of these people. Seriously. For real, bro. This nigga, I went to the internet this morning, man. That nigga here for boxing is full out crazy as fuck. Like, nigga, I'm like, goddamn, nigga, I don't even listen to you. What the fuck? This nigga been talking to me for like 8 months straight to himself. I'm like, oh shit. Nah,
Oh
bro, cause
man.
nah, bro. These niggas they be in conversations with themselves, talking
Oh
about me.
man.
I won't talk to them. So I'm like, bro, I can't cuss out nobody. I'm seriously, I can't cuss out nobody no more. Because I know it's because I called him a dumbass. I called him some kind of bitch and a fuck. Because I embarrassed his dumbass. That's what the fuck it was. Damn.
So
Oh
so
man.
he been out there imagining responses and still responding to that.
Bro,
Like,
I went to Fanon. I did this shit. Let me tell you how bad this nigga is. I went to Fanon Boxing. I just went up and looked up my own channel. And then in the shorts, because I don't do shorts, this nigga is literally recutting my fucking doing snippets of my videos and putting them in clips. And I'm like, man, you don't want to make no money for yourself. You don't want to spend your time doing something where people may want to actually like you. Like, bro, you are intelligent enough, bro, where you can actually talk and have niggas want to hear from you. Bro, god damn.
Man.
Anyway, bro, so if I sound more conciliatory, I'm not. I just been fucking just trying to find my inner peace. And plus, you know I'm crazy, right?
Oh shit!
So I'm taking responsibility for Bud getting that gun pulled out on his ass. I'm taking responsibility for that shit. I'm taking
Man,
responsibility for somebody clocking on that nigga. Anyway,
so
what do you
we
think
talk
about
about Devin and Brian Norman.
Yeah, what do you think about Devin and Brian Norman, man?
Man, for me, one of them things where it's like, how athletic is Brian Norman? We know he got that natural strength. So like, he got that country strength where like all the punches are gonna be hard. He ain't gotta even plant his feet right and rotate right to do it. He hurts you with just the arm punches. And for me, it's one of them things where it's like Devin's not athletic. He's not. You should have seen his training video that I came across last night. Like this dude out here practicing for dodgeball when he got a fight coming up.
I saw that shit. I saw that shit. He was throwing the ball up against the wall, man.
And
Throwing the
falling
ball
off
up against the
balance.
wall with his
And
left
falling off
arm, man.
balance too.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
it looked like he was trying to practice like the gazelle hook, but he wasn't doing it right. So it looked more like a Bambi learning how to walk hook, cause like the motherfucker's legs was not moving his body the right way. That motherfucker was top heavy with it. But like I was like, come on, like you really think this is gonna help? Like what you training for? To overextend on the left hook and fall into an uppercut? Because that's exactly what the hell gonna happen if you try that against Brian Norman Jr.
Yep.
Brian Norman Jr. gonna have him forgetting the last, 6 months of his life like that Japanese dude he knocked out. That's some crazy
Hey
stuff.
man, let me make a real statement before because I put a comment in the comment section. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I'm not talking bad about KO. I'm not talking about anybody that has platforms. All I'm telling you is this. I am never letting Frequent Flyer up here again. I am never letting Boxing Hacker on my channel again. I am never letting these dudes on my channel, because when you let them on your channel to repeat that bullshit, you are part of the problem. Okay? I'm sorry. You guys are part of the fucking problem because these niggas don't have any audience unless you give it to them. So
Yep.
I don't do that shit. I could be the fucking number one center of these niggas jumping on here and talking crazy shit all the time. I threw them the fuck off because they are lying to people. So you got to stop giving them an audience. I know it's important to grow your channel. I know that it's something that drives engagement and all of that. But bro, I'm telling you, you are that in the grand scheme of things, all you're letting people do is absorb your fucking time, maul the fucking message, and they're gonna lie more than you can fix. If you listen to, if I'm talking to Bill Haney, no disrespect, Bill, I'm just telling you the truth. I dogged his ass in a debate because I don't know why the fuck he got up the last time he came on. What did he turn around and do after I beat his ass up badly in a debate? He said, I just want to talk to the people. Just let me talk to the audience. And then he proceeded to talk to about 5-10 other people on the audience. That's what they want. Just because you can engage with them doesn't mean you should. And these dudes are not your fucking friend. Let me assure you, they're not your friend. They're not working for you. At the end of the day, they're going to box your ass up. And that's all you're going to be able to do is talk about the shit that they want to talk about, because they will over time inundate your ass with a bunch of fake ass people, bro. And guess what's going to happen when they don't like you? Then they remove their support with them fake ass niggas and your numbers drop. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. Be very, very careful with these people that you let on your platforms. I'm telling you, they are not authentic people. If you are authentic, cool. If you're not authentic, let them on. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, do whatever you want to do. That's all y'all's business. But bro, I am not going to talk to Bill Haney. I don't give a fuck because he's going to lie. I am not going to talk to Frequent Flyer because he doesn't mean anybody any good. I'm telling you, I have started channels with people. I have supported people on YouTube for years, and some of your biggest YouTube people that you know, I promise you, there's a reason that certain people don't let nobody on their fucking channel. Boxing Ego, let me know the next time that nigga has a panel. That is somebody that understands the rule very fucking well. He pulled his shit back to where it's him. He don't even watch what other people do. He doesn't watch their videos. Man, I got so sick and tired of people sending me people's videos. Bro, just my own personal advice. Bro, separates yourself from that shit. Those panels do not grow you. You got to be able to sit up and you got to be able to ride, bro. And these niggas be taking advantage of y'all. And then they'll go over to other people's channel. Because why? They were sent to your channel from these guys. They're dominating your conversations for hours.
And
you
their
don't even
chats.
realize it. They're literally just there to dominate your conversation for hours.
Yup.
The chat
That's not-
and the panel.
And then as a
Yep.
result of debating these guys and talking to these guys, what has happened? It's gotten worse for Gervonta. It's gotten worse for Jerron Ennis. You guys are actually empowering these guys by being a part of their network, and you don't even realize it unless you are somebody that already has their own established fan base, like somebody like KO or whatever. Just do what you guys do. But I'm telling you, bro, I don't know how the fuck y'all gonna be able to do that shit. I got to get the fuck rid of these niggas or I can't have my channel. They're just going to drive me fucking nuts. Again, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust these dudes, man. I would be like, look, get yourself a crew of people that can talk about boxing that you know are not sellouts. Come to your channel that will talk to you on a regular basis, bro. I'm telling you, I've not let almost nobody on my panel. Well, not say that. I won't say almost nobody. But, man, these people are coming on your panels and they're talking to you because they want something from you. And believe you me, you're bigger than you think you are. Like, Manager Marty used to always say that. And I was like, man, I wonder why he says that. He said, man, don't let the number of viewers fool you. There's a lot more people watching this than you know. So, for example, there's 275 people on here, right? Way more than 275 people when people are looking at on watch pages that don't get counted. Or if they shadow your shit and what they are manipulating you, bro. I'm telling you, I wouldn't fuck with them. I would just stay the course, bro. Because the more, and I'm not doing any group talk, but that's why they all go around and they are very insistent. Do not go to Fanon's channel. Why are you talking to Fanon? You have to separate yourself from Fanon. Think of how many channels for no fucking good reason whatsoever, just out the blue, just say, oh, I don't fuck with Fanon. Bro, they're going to do the same shit to you as soon as you get any real fucking traction. They're going to pull the rug underneath you. But they couldn't pull the rug underneath from me. And you better believe these niggas have also been very actively trying to do shit to people. I honestly, man, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be fucking with these niggas.
They said somebody has said to me, yeah, you hang with some weird people. So I'm thinking like it's somebody that I know personally. I'm like, wait, what you talking about? Oh, you be on Fanon channel. I'm like, wait, so that means I hang with them? We live in two different cities. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I go there for boxing content, and other times when you go off on the, the MH Blackwell and you're giving out some knowledge about the history and stuff like that. I'm big into our history and history of just period. So like, I like listening to things like that. But yeah, it's just weird, man. But like I told you last week, like these dudes are here listening right now. I promise you. I know
Obviously.
it for sure.
Bro, these niggas know my content all the way down. These niggas know my content. Oh, Zulu Line said, Fanon the Don still. Bro, you have no idea, dog. It's nice out in these streets for me. I'm feeling okay, nigga. I'm feeling real secure. But, dog, I hate it for boxing, bro. I really do. Seriously, it's going to be in my interest. I'm just telling you. I've already see how this shit's playing out. That shit's going to work out for me. Like, if literally, seriously, if PBC goes away, if Top Rank goes away, Turki Al-Sheikh wraps everything up, dog, that's going to work out for me. That's in my business interest. It really is. Me not liking, and I'm talking about real fucking money business interest. That's in my business interest to do that. Because that way fighters ain't got to get paid no money. And eventually he's gonna leave and cats are gonna buy that shit up. Trust me. I already know it. They've done the shit in IT. They did it in IT in the 80s. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I'm dominating the conversation.
I mean,
We,
whoever
we
want to
talk
go
about that
next, I
Devin and
yeah,
Brian Norman.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I say this.
Y'all can
I say
finish.
this. But like Devin's defense ain't what people think it is, and he also can't adjust. And believe it or not, he can't cut the ring off neither. Devin is one of them people like he has a reactive
I'll be right
defense.
back. Right. I'll be back. I'll be right back.
All
All right.
right. Like there's fighters that got a proactive defense, and some fighters that got reactive. Some that got a mix of both. So an example of proactive defense means you're gonna go ahead and be proactive about it. That means you're gonna act before somebody's attacking. For instance, Tank taking away Ryan's left hand. That's an example.
True.
He went ahead and put his lead hand up there to block the jab. So he knew that if Ryan tried to go to a different angle, he's gonna jab, or if he tried to step in, he's going for a left hook. And he knew how to react accordingly. So it's like, okay, you
Exactly.
got one of two options. But like Floyd Mayweather, he positions himself in a certain way to get people to throw a jab so he can hit them with the full counter. And when he's leaning forward like that, his subconscious, he puts his face right there. Because if you're thinking of going to the body, it's like, well, you can't get to his body because you'd have to get closer and get in at a weird angle because he's leaning forward. And then that's going to expose you to another shot. So then he knows if you're going to throw a punch at him from that position, it's going to be to the head. And he also knows that most likely it's going to be a jab unless you're doing something different. And that he's going to smack you with that and roll to the outside. Also, because 8 or 9 times out of 10, when somebody get hit with a right hand, the natural response is a left hook, unless they're specifically looking to counter with something else. So those are things that he used probability for, so he can kind of predict what a person's going to throw, even if it might not be the exact punch. He could probably guess what hand you're going to throw with based on what he does. So fighters who do
Mm,
that, they're going to go ahead and create defensive opportunities for themselves by doing those things instead of just waiting for the opponent to make a move and try to react to it. Devin Haney does
I
not do that.
I go you one. What I believe. What I think. My opinion. I think one of the keys for Brian Norman is his footwork. His
Yeah, I would
footwork.
think that too. I don't know how good his footwork is the only thing.
Yeah.
So that's the one part I'm not sure about. It's like if he got decent footwork, even if he can't cut off the ring, if he's athletic enough, then that can
Mm-hmm.
kind of make up for it. Because that's one thing about fighters who are athletic. They don't necessarily need to know how to do some fundamental things. Their athleticism will make up for it. And of course, that kind of hurt them later on down the road because then that's when a lot of the whole past prime conversation comes in because they were a fighter that relied more on their natural talent than they did on the fundamentals.
True.
And that's another issue right there. But as far as his athleticism, I know he athletic. I know, like seeing him in the gym with some of the workouts he been doing, like it looked like he good on his feet. But I don't know exactly how fast he is, and I think that might be what it comes down to. Because if Devin can go ahead and do what he did against Ramirez, he might be okay. But I know damn sure he ain't gonna want to stand in front of Brian Norman.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah,
where
like,
that footwork come in. Because if he get in the box with, if he get to the point where it's though he feel confident to get in the box with Brian Norman, I think he gonna find himself in the world of trouble. Seriously, because
yeah,
muscle memory is something that you can't block, and all it takes for one good lick before Devin reverts back to doing all of the things that shows all the holes in his game, and
you
that
exactly
could be
right.
a Pandora's box.
That's what happened because when you're in a situation of panic, you're gonna revert to what feels most comfortable. And in a boxing ring, that's where you can tell what's most comfortable for a fighter when you see them in a situation that they're uncomfortable in. Then you start seeing them do all the stuff that kind of exposes whether or not they got it. So like Devin, when he
Exactly.
gets hit with a good shot, he's going to back up in a straight line, like with his hands up. He's not going to have his hands up protecting his face. And the same thing happened with Lomachenko. Same thing happened when Linares had caught him. Same thing happened each
Yeah.
time that Ryan hit him. Even if you go back and look at the sparring with Tank, same thing there. Like when he get hit with a good shot, he back up in a straight line, and he also has trouble tying up. and then he'll be firing back. If he don't shorten up his shots on the inside, he'll be swinging like these wide slapping shots. So that's one of the things for me
Mm-hmm.
where it's like each time that you catch him, that's what you're gonna see from him. And it's gonna take a lot because like you got to work at that in the gym in different scenarios. If you don't
Yeah,
work in them different scenarios, you're not gonna get comfortable.
he got work on. If he get hit, he got to start rotating. He can't just stand. He just can't back up and back up because he's still in the line of fire. You got to rotate left, rotate right. But don't try to swing towards where that man's power punch is. If he rotate, don't rotate toward that power punch because don't rotate around to Brian
Pivot.
Norman's
You talking about
left.
pivot? Don't pivot.
Yeah,
See,
pivot. Yeah.
Thanks, Zulu Line. Let me get this
see,
super chat real quick. Ten to God said MH Blackwell is a vibe for sure. Yeah, as soon as something else goes down, I'm gonna start doing. I need to do live streams over there. That shit makes me happy, bro. That's some shit I love to do. I love boxing, man. I really do. But these motherfuckers are such fucking Philly niggas. I don't know what's wrong with that Philly nigga make a nigga like feel creepy and
man, brother, brother.
shit.
I'm
Them
good,
Philly niggas making
man.
them Philly niggas making me itchy these days, man. What's
You
wrong with
mean
Yeah,
y'all?
man.
Jersey? You mean
That
Jersey, nigga?
Oh, hold
that
on,
that
man.
that
You know,
that's
let's talk about Jersey for just 1 second, bro. So I go crazy and make Blackwell on y'all. Bro, I swear all these peons are fucking New Jersey mob. I swear they're
Mhm,
all fucking Jersey mob. I swear to
mhm.
God they are. All these fucking bozos
Oh
Jersey mob.
man.
Anyway, that just since I know who them niggas are, man, nigga, please is all I gotta say. Nigga, you from Jersey, nigga. You from Jersey, nigga. Stop. Go ahead.
I wanted to say something about the Devin Brian Norman. And y'all finished?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm good.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Go
listen
ahead,
in.
brother.
I'm gonna
Go
listen in. I
ahead.
gotta go prep for this meeting.
All right, bro. Get back.
All
Get
right,
back.
Yeah.
all right, Phoenix.
So Phoenix had made a good point when he was saying like
Oh,
the fighter
sorry.
that reacts and don't react and they're like prepared for certain things. That's kind of going back. That's kind of why I had gave Tank the fight over Lamont Roach 7-5 because I felt like Lamont Roach just literally waited for Tank to do everything. He never pressed the issue. Now Devin
Exactly.
Haney with Brian Norman, like he said, he could get in there and do that movement that he did against Ramirez, but we got to remember Brian Norman is the champion at 147. Now, there's a such thing as good movement. The thing is, Devin moved too much. He didn't sit down on none of his punches. He was literally moving the whole fight. You see, kind of like Terrence Crawford, even though he moved in the Canelo fight, he would stand in the pocket sometimes and get the better of certain exchanges and then get back on his bike and know when to punch and not when to punch or whatever.
True
Devin
that.
just moved and basically before Canelo and Skull, Devin and them had broke the record for the least amount of punches thrown in a fight. But it was overshadowed because Canelo and Skull did worse numbers than them. But the thing about Brian Norman is he can punch with both hands. So Devin is going to have to be very strategic about which side he wants to move to and how he's going to pick and choose his shots
True that.
because he does have a good jab. So if he keeps the jab out there and is able to blind Brian Norman and one to him and then get on his bike, that'd be effective movement. But if he's just like swinging at the air and moving around and not really doing nothing, I just don't see how he's going to win that fight. And we are creatures of habit. So I can't expect Devin to get in the ring and he can't clinch. Clinching is something that's actually like a skill that you learn how to clinch.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can't clinch and some people can. You see, like when you try to clinch Usyk got movements. He don't let you clinch him. That's like a skill you learn in the ring, how to clinch and how not to be clinched. Let somebody clinch you. So I don't see Devin foreseeing him getting in there and showing me anything new. He's what, 30 something fights in? He's going to get in
Mm-hmm.
there and do what he's been doing in them other fights. We just don't know how it's going to play out. Brian Norman, I think Devin has the better feet, but
You
Brian Norman,
forgetting something
I
though,
think, is
man.
more athletic, stronger, and I think he got more, he got more pop on his punches. So it should be a good fight, but I think it's going to be a good fight as long as it lasts. I think Devin gets put out.
You forgetting something though, man. Y'all ain't taking something into
I
account.
can't hear it. Mute.
You cannot. No, I'm not unmuted. I'm not mute. Can you hear? You're muted. I don't think I'm
Is it
muted.
my headphones?
I think it is. Can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. It's you. But y'all forgetting about something.
You
Y'all
hear
forgetting
me?
about Devin. You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, y'all forgetting about
Hold on,
Devin
let me
Haney's
try to
man
reconnect.
strength. Y'all forgetting about Devin Haney's man strength. That shit's
Oh,
finna come
yeah.
at 147. He's gonna have his man strength this time. Believe it. I'm joking, man. I'm joking, bro. If that nigga's about,
I know you
Devin's about
trolling, man.
35, bro. Devin's about 35 years old, bro. Dog, no joke, bro. Don't Devin look like his ass is about 35? That nigga look
Man.
old. Like shit. Man, it's like every weight class that looks like he aged 3-4 years, man. That's crazy.
I know he on those that snack treatment. That snack treatment he on. He walking around with like an extra 6-pack and whatnot. But that still don't resonate into what he will be able to do in the
All right, I
ring.
can hear you now.
It still won't make him
Can you
more
hear me?
powerful when he hits you with his
Yeah,
power
I can hear you,
shot.
Anton.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
got
Yeah,
you.
we hear you.
All right, I can hear you. Yeah, I couldn't hear you for some reason. I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
before you went,
But
I was just saying you missing something. You forgetting something about Devin. He's
what's
about
that?
to get his man strength this fight. This is the fight where the man strength shows up. Seriously, bro.
What
He
is he,
looked like he's
20 what
35.
now?
That's what I was telling you. He looked old as shit. He looks older than Tank. Like he done had a hard ass, like, I don't know what it is about him that looks to me makes him look old. But yeah, man, he's gonna get his man strength this fight because he's up at 130, he's up at 147. He's gonna be sitting down on his punches. It's time to get cracking. He's been working with Victor Conti. The snack pack is gonna be back. He's undefeated this year. I do believe Victor Conti's 1-0 this year. He's gonna be 2-0. What say you about that?
I think the best thing that happened for Devin is that he didn't fight Jerron Ennis. I think that's the
Yeah,
best thing.
exactly. Exactly.
But as
Exactly.
far as that getting that man strength, it, some people just got it and some people don't. Like, and you could look at Devin hands. Like, he don't even have fighter hands. Like he got female hands. So like,
He got small hands, like dainty hands.
yeah, he got
You
like
call that nigga
small
dainty?
hands. Like
They call that nigga dainty.
they look like female hands. Like ain't no power on. You got to remember. I don't know if you remember this, but Floyd Mayweather when he was doing the video where Soldier Boy. And
Yeah, I saw
Soulja
that
Boy was
shit.
talking
We
about all
looked
the
down at
people
his
he
head.
fought, and Floyd was looking at his hands like, "What? Them shits ain't never seen a fight in your." That's how Devin hands look like. It
Man,
look
that
like he
shit was
sleep
so
with
damn
pillowcases
funny.
on his hands, like he
That
wrap his
shit
hands up to go to bed. Like
Man, and he did his eyes like this. He was like,
I'm
he
look
was
down
looking
at
like,
at him
"What?"
like, nigga, you out your goddamn mind. Yo, what
He
the
said,
hell?
right.
Like, come on, man.
Who was
Like,
that? That was Soldier Boy.
yeah. So Soldier,
Yeah.
he the same person who said, "Yeah, I shot 100 niggas, man. I was
Oh,
yo, that bull crazy, man."
hey man, they believe in that shit, bro. Woo, they believe in them lies, bro. They
Oh,
believe in them lies,
the
dog.
funniest story I ever heard
Powerful too.
was Fat Joe talking about R. Kelly had a video of him boxing and beating motherfuckers up. That shit was the funniest story I ever heard.
Mm.
Fat
What
Joe,
you talking about again?
Fat Joe said R. Kelly boxing, R. Kelly boxing. He
Uh-huh.
said, "Oh, Kelly was still like, man, I be beating niggas ass, man. I be
Uh-huh.
beating niggas ass. I be boxing." And he said, "R. Kelly said, yo, get the tape and put the tape on of R. Kelly in the gym, right? With some
Uh-huh.
motherfucker he boxing and R. Kelly beating the nigga up and shit, right? He like, what the fuck? R. Kelly can box his ass off.
Hell, you know where R. Kelly from? Hell yeah, R.
Chicago.
Kelly can fight.
You know who
Shit,
they said
already.
got hands too? They said
Man,
Will Smith got hands, man.
man, let me tell you, Will Smith guy. You saw him slap the shit out of Will Smith. He,
Chris Rock.
you no, you
Okay.
bro.
Uh-huh.
That nigga, hey, everybody, every nigga in the projects can fight now. And R. Kelly is a project baby. I don't remember. He went to. I know he went to Simeon. He can hoop too. That nigga can hoop. Like he
Oh
can hoop.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I seen him
Simeon
hoop.
got a lot of basketball players.
Yeah. What'd he say?
Simeon got a lot of that school is legendary for basketball
Hell yeah, and he
players.
played on. He played.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the same team as Ben Wilson. Ben Wilson, man, Ben Wilson. A lot of people say Ben Wilson was going to be the best player ever to come out of Chicago, but he got killed in
Yeah.
but he got killed. Yeah, man.
What was that documentary? The
That's
basketball
him.
documentary. I
Yeah,
know.
Ben
What was
Wilson.
you
Yeah.
remember the
Benji.
name of that?
You talking about
What was the
Benji?
name of that? Yeah,
Benji.
yeah.
Benji.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what they called him, Benji. But yeah, he was on the team with R. Kelly. Was on the team with him. Was the point guard for him.
Wow.
Yeah, man. R. Kelly could ball out, man. I saw R. Kelly play at a couple pro-ams with professionals. He was playing with he used to run on the same team as Craig Hodges. He used to play with Craig Hodges, a bunch of dudes. He can shoot, he can dribble. Man, and he can ball for real, for real. Somebody said I hooped against R. Kelly in 2014. He thought he was Steph. Back in 2014, he's a little old by that time. Then he's in his 30s, but I know for sure in his 20s he could ball. Because KQKC played for Simeon too. KQKC can fucking ball. He was a baller too.
Yo,
Yeah,
so
man.
many
Oh,
legends. Anthony Davis, Derrick Rose, it's not Baron Davis. What's the tall dude name that used to play for the Clippers? He got a podcast now. Darius
Oh, you talking
Miles.
about
Darius
not
Miles,
Jabari,
Tony
not Jabari
Allen.
Parker.
No,
Jabari
Jabari
Parker.
played there too.
Yeah, Jabari. What was this? You talking about
Darius Miles.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Darius Miles is from Peoria. Darius Miles, I don't
Okay,
think
okay.
Darius Miles. The person that may have went there was like Corey Maggette. Might have went there.
Okay.
Maybe Corey Maggette. But anyway, pretty much it's a school where they send all the ballers to. Yeah, like Simeon, Martin Luther, MLK, Martin Luther King, or they call it King, and Simeon. Yeah, they're big battles, man. But they got hoopers everywhere in Chicago, though. But they can't. When shooting went in, because you can't. You got to play outside, bro. You can't shoot in Chicago outside. The fucking wind will blow the goddamn ball off the off fucking court. So if they didn't have a lot of indoor courts, they weren't necessarily as good as shooters as dudes from LA, but they can do what the fuck. They always got to go to the rack. Like that's why cats was always so nasty going to the rack, because it's so windy outside, and them fucking rims be pure metal. So that shit be bouncing off. But yeah, they good dudes, man.
Man, Derrick Rose, oh my goodness, man. I used to love watching him play. Man.
Yeah.
That boy was something else. But I do know like in Philly, like we, play outside, inside, stuff like that. But a lot of these kids, they don't hoop no more, man. Summertime, you ride past the courts, they empty. It's like
They all do it
we used to
because
be
all the
outside
ballers are out there
day.
doing drills. They got them in the gym doing drills.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, dude. That's what's happening in the boxing, man. They de-blacked basketball. NBA used to be super black. They set up all kind of rules to let those Europeans compete more easily. Got rid of the hand checking. Got rid of a lot of that shit, man.
Yep.
And they're gonna do the same shit to boxing. I'm telling you, I feel bad for these boxers who are gonna be fighting with TKO. Because dude, they said that they want to put these dudes newcomers in 50-50 fights, which means half of their fucking deck is going to be gone after their first fight. Then the second half, then within 3 fights, they're going to have separated 2 or 3 dudes, and they're going to keep running through those guys. The top guys are going to get 750, and the rest of those guys are going to be run through a fucking mill. You can just imagine how that shit's going to work. Hey, man.
Oh, so they basically signing up for a union job.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's a union without the union. It's a union without the union.
And whatever the boss say goes. When I say
if
you fight this person, you fight that person. The same way Dana do with the UFC, he do that. And if you don't do what he say, he gonna try to set you up to fail so he can strip you of that belt. That's what Dana do. Seriously. And I feel so. I'm sitting back and if that goes into fruition, the major thing that's going to be sad is to see how these boxers come about in like 5 years, because the pressure for them to get in the ring and produce now is going to be ridiculous, and it's going to hurt a whole lot. A whole lot of boxers going to get hurt under that model. And this is something that people, these cats who are cheering for Turkey and cheering for TKO and this boxing thing, they they just don't understand. People die in the ring from boxing. One or two good hits can shake somebody's brain up, whereas though it's going to be a wrap on their quality of life. People got to
Yep.
start understanding this.
Yep.
Seriously, they don't understand. They like to see the knockouts and all of that. But then there's some guys who take these knockouts or whatever and come back and don't be the same. You
Yep.
know what I mean? That can ruin that boxer forever. And you wonder why they not the same in the ring. Look at Deontay Wilder. He haven't been the same since that second fight when Fury started hitting him to the equilibrium, hitting him in the ear, hitting him in the
Bleeding out. He
ear.
was bleeding out his ear.
Exactly. And the referee just sitting there watching it. That's an illegal blow. The ref allowed it. And that's what got me about that whole situation. That's why I say he the dirtiest damn boxer I ever seen before in my life. He got away with so much shit, especially sliding his hand down in the glove. So he not punching with the padded part. He punching with the lower inner part. You know what I mean? That's basically you halfway got your hand off, glove off your hand. Man, that
Yeah,
TKO model gonna get people hurt.
and do y'all remember the I think it was during the Canelo Terrence Crawford, I believe, like the last press conference or whatever, or like the weigh-ins, and
Yeah.
Dana was talking when Max Kellerman and all of them was there. You remember Sean Zattel got up there and was asking Dana all them questions, and Dana got pissed off
Yeah.
because
About the
Sean Zattel,
Muhammad Ali Act.
he was talking about the Muhammad Ali Act. He was talking about how Dana is being sued by his fighters in the UFC and all that crap. And, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Dana didn't answer none of his questions. He got upset and started talking, oh, this guy's a jerk. And if you want to debate me, we could do all this crazy stuff. But he didn't answer none of I like people like that. Not like, but I love when you hit somebody with facts and ask them some questions. They could say everything, but they never answer the question. They
Exactly.
never have a comeback for the things that you ask them. So that right there is already a red flag of what they trying to do in boxing. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
nothing. I don't have nothing personally against Turkey because I don't know him. But what I do have is you're not going to keep trying to tell me that you putting on the biggest and best fights, and then I'm looking at these matchups and like, I haven't seen a remember the fight card of the century and this and that. I ain't seen no fights on none of them cards that was even compared to the heyday of Showtime or HBO. None.
No.
Nope.
None. 2019 or 2018, 1920, right before Showtime got out of boxing, that year of boxing was one of the best years of my life. I'm only 36, so y'all seen more boxing than me. But man, when boxing was basically telling these y'all not holding belts. Everybody had to defend their belt, fight their mandatories, or you was getting stripped. I ain't never seen no turkey card as good as those cards. Never. So I don't understand what everybody is like all hyped about. Like now I love boxing, I'm a watch, but like certain things, I just don't be understanding the logic behind it. But KO kind of alluded to it. I guess the bull bug eyes or whatever you call him. I guess he got the zone deal and everybody was competing for that the zone deal. And he wound up getting it. So I guess now these guys is a little bit salty or whatever. Maybe they still competing for a different
Sorry
deal.
about
I
what?
don't know.
Because they're
The
looking to get a zone deal.
yeah, Bug Eyes got a deal with the zone or something like that, supposedly.
I mean, dude, first of all, that nigga's been bought and paid for the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
who he was working
Taco
for,
head.
man, seriously, bro, that shit is like, It's interesting stuff, man. But that shit's not going anywhere, man. That shit's phony. I don't get what people get out of being phony. I
Me
don't get it.
neither.
The
Me
shit is
neither.
not doing like, bro. Yeah, whatever, man. It is what it is.
I'm convinced that half of these cats that are pro Turkey and boxing, of course, they on the payroll. They on the
Mm.
payroll.
Or
It's a
trying to
whole
get
lot
on
of
it.
yeah. It's a whole lot of these Mickey Frickies out here that's on the payroll. Damn, I just said Mickey Fricky.
That's all right. As long as you didn't say some shit to get me demonetized, I'm all right. We roll. I
I
ain't
gotta
tripping,
remember.
man. I'm having a good time, man. It's nice and relaxing. Bro, I just want to be relaxed, man. I want to go back to having some fucking fun talking boxing, bro. And
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
tough to have any type of fun talking boxing when everything's so fucking negative. And I had to remember, bro, they bring the fucking negativity. It was like PBC's doing really fine. You supporting PBC, everything's going good. And these motherfuckers just got to be like, nah, you just a this, you just a that, you doing this, you doing that, you do blah, 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 fucking
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. Man, that shit started with fucking Bill Haney. I don't give, for me, the
Exactly.
realization that these niggas was phony came with how he acted. And they just sold
Mm-hmm.
that shit on to the next highest bidder, bro.
Yep.
Exactly. It went right to Turkey.
Bro,
It
your
went
people
straight
like
to
watch
him.
this shit. Mad Money Watch said, I don't want to go there, but Turkey's people never cared about us or our people. Bro, these are
Nope.
black people that don't care about our people. I'm talking about. I don't expect anything out of Sean Vitale.
Mm.
I don't like people can say Sean Vitale, good dude, bad dude. I don't care. I didn't mean Sean Vitale, I meant Ellie Sethback. Dog. Ellie Sethback doesn't there's nothing Ellie Sethback can say that can bother me. There's nothing that what's that guy's name? Rick Glazier can say that's gonna bother me.
Oh
Nothing.
man.
I don't even pay attention to these dudes. It's when black people do this shit, is when I step up and when I feel like saying
Exactly.
something, because they don't really represent black people. They're just there to have a black face and convince black people to do things. They're not representing
Mm-hmm.
anybody but their own selves with this shit. You
Yep.
have to know that and the thing that gets me is, I was like, man, once somebody finds out that all this dude does is lie, 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 eventually people are going to be like, oh, but it never went away. It's that he can still lie. And man, I'm telling you, I go just look at the titles of the videos. And I don't
Clickbait.
Yep.
bother watching them because a lot of times what's in the title ain't even in the video. But I
Clickbait.
watch the
Exactly.
shit, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, bro, that shit's not true on his face. That's not true on his face. But they're a bunch of shit. But dude, it's never fucking ending. It's been 6 years of it. 3-4 times a day of shit that is just not true.
Straight.
So it's like, hold on, man. You niggas are still supporting this?
Yep.
You're not. So I'm thinking these are not real supporters, bro. Like, they're just a bunch of people that are in it together to make it look like there's a big social media push behind something. But to watch what these
Exactly.
guys have done, to watch what they've done to Jaron Ennis, 3 fighters in particular I can name that they have done serious damage to their careers. Gary Russell Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
Gervonta, they try their best with Gervonta, and Jaron Ennis, and the shit
Yep.
going on with Jaron Ennis. There's no fucking reason. There's no. Let me say this. I cannot say this strongly enough. There is no positive press out there on Jaron Ennis. None. Zero. Zilch. Nobody is speaking highly of Jaron Ennis. And nobody. Nobody.
Ever since Turkey did that bullshit interview on the ring where he said that Boots
Was
want
looking
tune
for
up
tune
after
ups.
tune ups.
Yep.
And then say he won't fight a hard fight or whatever to that. Well, he
No.
alluded to that
Wrong.
because
It
he
happened
won't.
before that.
It's happened before that,
Blue blood.
but I'm talking. Yeah, I'm
What they
talking about
did.
it intensified.
That's
I
true.
can't.
That's true for
Okay.
9. He not. That's true. It
You talking about with?
intensified after that.
Oh, bro, but let me tell you. I know full well that dude is not worth shit. I'm not saying he's some big dude that's gonna. I'm just telling you that that's the
Yeah.
fucking echo. That is the narrative that is being pushed.
Mhm.
The narrative
Yep.
was pushed well before Turkey let it out his mouth. Was what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Turkey let that shit. Like, look, for example, look what happened to me. That's Turkey Al-Sheikh. I
Mhm.
absolutely blame Turkey Al-Sheikh for that bullshit letter getting sent to my house, and then 3 people, all from different, I don't even want to say their names, but the dude, that lying ass nigga from out west, a lying ass nigga from out east, and who was the other one? Oh, and that little dude, the little Mr. Him. All these dudes come out and say that
no,
I was sued by Terrence Crawford without any information to support that whatsoever, already knowing that stupid piece of paper came to my house.
And I've seen about 6 or 7 channels spreading that bull crap.
Yeah,
word
they just make
for word.
They just they get on it and they all follow the narrative. And it came from the same, I can tell you for sure Spit Bucket Podcast was in it, because the letter, the fucking letter, this is how fake they are. These idiots send me a letter, write a tweet, right? The letter that comes to my house has the exact same language as the tweet that they put out. I'm like, bro, you literally gonna take what you wrote in a tweet, stick it in a fake fucking legal document, send it to me, then put it out to a bunch of people that I got sued? Bro, they're not trying to do anything. They're not trying. Oh, my bad. Check Cash App for sure. Hold on 1 second. Damn, where'd my fucking thing go? Man, give me 1 second. My bad, man. Y'all can cook for a second, man. My bad.
And OG,
right.
What's your name?
David.
Yeah, Dave. The crazy thing is how everybody be running over to that channel where Turkey was talking about. That dude is a whole rat. He's a whole informant.
Yeah.
He's an informant. This dude got paperwork. He's a certified snitch. So that right there tells me that these dudes don't have no integrity. I come from an era of listening to music in the 2000s, and Philly rapper, legend Beanie Siegel said, if you hang with Beanie Siegel said, if you know a rat and you hang with him, you worse than the rat.
True that.
Because you know he a snitch. But
True that.
Yep.
I guess people don't live by certain, I don't know, man. It's crazy to me, man. It really
It's
is.
like
hey, real quick, let me get a Cash App, man. It came through, man. Damn, hold on, I'm sorry. Because I got a couple
they got
super
like
chats.
blind loyalty.
Man, honestly, man, I think these dudes are all fucking.
It's when I'm talking, bro. Can't hear him.
Huh? I was talking. You can't hear me?
Maybe my phone. Hold on.
You might want to turn your volume
okay.
up.
Yeah, mine do that too. If I get too far away from the truck, if I got the internet on, I lose it.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a lot of Cash Apps, man. I fucked up. Karen's Bar in the building. This didn't come through. $2 holler said for support for the channel, brother. Thank you so much. I mean, ma'am, thank you, Karen's Beauty Bar. Karen's Beauty Bar again with another $2 holler. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Terrell Cameron said for your content, I got 2 doubles, man. You guys said that's crazy. And he said, and facts 1,000. Thank you, Terrell Cameron, for the $10 holler in the Cash App. Q Breeze said for the great content. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, bro. Man, thank y'all for the big support. And my guys, Dre's Finest says, much respect for not selling out. Bro, honestly,
true that.
I'm going to tell you as a matter of fact, I cannot sell out. I can't because, bro, I'm their enemy. You know what I'm saying? My enemy is never going to pay me to be with them. They're my enemy. Like, I'm not allowed to sell out, bro. That's what the truth of the matter is. Sell out to who? Like, I know y'all be thinking some of y'all think I'm tripping. Some of y'all really know me. The people that really know us know full well, bro, I can't sell out. They don't have enough money. The problem is these niggas is trying to get hands on the money that niggas in my family got. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you niggas can say what you want. Blackwells, our name has already been solid throughout the whole country, and you know it. The cats that you don't know are these goddamn class Covides, and you better believe they got more money than God. So what a lot of niggas are trying to do is they try to get next to that money. And a lot of the money, that's why, bro, I'm telling you, niggas can think I'm full of shit or not. Bro, I know that if I ask somebody, my brother asks for somebody to get a contract, they're going to get a contract. And that contract that we can get you is going to be bigger than any contract anybody else can get you, because we can get you contracts with them. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, there's no selling out for me. These niggas, that's why they're trying to tear my name down, bro. They try to tear my name down so that I cannot access the things and do the things that I want to do. And I'm telling you, bro, it's well beyond boxing, bro. Well beyond boxing, bro. It's same shit when I was making mayors and I was working in politics, bro. I can do a lot of shit other niggas can't do because of who my family is. And I'm telling you, it's big as fuck, bro. It ain't no little shit. It's big shit. It's as in white folk can't fuck with me. They can't. Because if white folk fuck with me, trust me, they don't want what's coming back at them. Because our family reps our family. We outside the United States, bro, like you got to understand race in the world, bro. I'm talking about people that are from Europe. Bro, they don't see black and white like that. They don't see in the United States, oh, he's got color that makes him black. No, to them, you just got a tan and you're their cousin. They don't react like that if you're family. They'll get racial attitudes. They'll get racial attitudes about people that are not in your family, but they don't get racial attitudes with people that are related to them. I'm telling you. So a lot of the shit that these niggas be going on, bro, I can get a lot of work done for people, bro. I can get a lot of work done for people. I can get a lot of money moved. I can get a lot of things done. But because I can get those things done for people, that's why these dudes ain't never want me to ever be in a situation where I can get these niggas money. Bro, you ask anybody that really number one reason why they hate me in boxing is the shit that I did for the PBC. And I did that shit way back in the early 2000s, bro. Way back in the 2000s. They asked me if I wanted to invest money in boxing. And I said, yeah, we'll invest millions in boxing. They never made another call to me. But you better believe everybody that was in that meeting, in that place, got paid off that. It was only a few years later before Oscar De La Hoya left Golden Boy, before they formed the PBC, bro. That shit was backed by money, bro. These niggas want these niggas to come in because they want somebody can fund them other than me. And that's the fucking fact. They want me the fuck out of boxing. These niggas don't just want Fanon boxing out of boxing. They want me out of boxing. They don't, and for various reasons that I'm not going to explain, they want Muhammad Ali's legacy out of boxing. I'm saying, and certain people connect me to that legacy. So they want me gone for a lot of fucking reasons. Trust me. And there's nothing that I can do, nothing that I can ever do in my life to be friends with these people. So anybody telling me that I got to, oh yeah, sell out, play nice guy, bro, I've been around 56 years, bro. These people do not want me to do anything. This happened in everything I've ever done, bro, because of who I am. And that's the fucking problem for me. But no, I cannot sell out. It's not even fucking possible, bro. The only person can get sold out is me. I can create opportunities for you, then you can take that opportunity and you can go give it away to white people and get some fucking money from them. That's what happens. We put them on the fucking platform. We give them their upstart money. We work with them. We give them access to capital. They get a little access to capital, and all of a sudden they want to get big mansions. They want big cars. They want to compete about everybody. I'm richer than you. You richer than me. And what do they wind up doing? Wind up floating right to those people that give them loans, tell them you need to be it's not enough to be a millionaire, you got to be a billionaire. Oh, if if this guy's a billionaire, you got to work to be a trillionaire. Bro, it's the same shit, bro. It's very hard to help black people from the ground up, bro. Because once you help them from the ground up, they know they got put on, but they're always looking to cross over. And when they cross over, that's when the fucking problems begin.
But you know, all that started by people believing that we need to integrate into somebody else's model of what they believe the utopia is supposed to be.
But no, what
when
that
in
was,
actuality, we hurt each other when we go ahead and do that because we give up our autonomy.
Let me tell you what that was. That was a rebranding. They call it rebranding now. Black people were not asking for integration at all. We were asking for equal money. So, like normal sellouts do, They go and they make a compromise. So they say, instead of giving you equal money, we'll allow you to move into our neighborhoods and allow you to integrate into what we have.
Exactly.
So they integrated our money inside of their money, and then they kept our money. And that's what it is. It's the same thing. There was money invested in those national movements. People invested money in Marcus Garvey. People invested a lot of money in these national movements. And as soon as the national movement gets any push whatsoever, in comes the fucking here comes the fucking compromisers. The ones that want to get along, the ones that just want to be part of what they have. And then they fucking build, and it's perhaps two things. If you build it up and you keep it, they'll bomb it and destroy it because you can't hold it. And that's another thing why people need certain people that they don't want to deal with. Bro, we can hold our money. That's something you niggas can't do. We can hold it. And I'm telling you, we can hold it. You're not coming to get it. Black people can't hold money. You can get the money, you can't hold it. So you'll never be wealthy because you can't hold it. In order to get the money, you got to invest it on a stock market that you don't own. Right? You invest in a stock market you don't own. You put it in a house. You put your money in houses you can't build, that you can't sell without a bank. Bro, you guys integrated yourselves into foolishness, bro. And even that, and that's why I got mad at certain people. Because, bro, I know who my people are, bro, and I'm not making it up, bro. Why in the fuck would I say who my people are if that wasn't true? I'm not out here trying to say shit that's not true to make myself look fucking stupid. I'm just telling you very blatantly that's who they are, nigga. Keep fucking around with me, and you're gonna find out in a very, very violent fashion. I'm telling you for real. Everybody that knows me know. Nobody's fucked with me and lived ever. I can name at least 6 niggas that died fucking with me. 6, and niggas know them. So don't tell me, nigga, that I'm sitting here telling something because no, I'm giving you the facts, bro. These niggas, we have the money, bro. It's there. That offer is there for Black America. We have it. But you will never take it because of the compromisers called the Congressional Black Caucus. The Congressional Black Caucus, and they would rather keep you in slavery to white people than deal with nationalist movements that they consider to be un-American. So when I told
like
you,
the NAACP,
man, NAACP is completely not black. That shit is not run by black, isn't there for black people. None of it, bro. I mean, you could go into all kind of different shit. But the fact of the matter is they're only go-betweens because our wealthy black people who ain't got no fucking money, trust you me, I got way more than any nigga in Congress. Well, fucking leave it. Okay, them niggas are so far behind me at birth, they'll never fucking catch up, bro. There's a real, what do you call that shit? There's a real fucking caste system in the world, bro. There's a real caste system in the world, bro. And you niggas ain't up here. I'm telling you that there are black people that we are not allowed to deal with because of the black people in the Congressional Black Caucus, because our preachers, our black preachers are bought and paid for. I want to know when they even went through prosperity preachers. They went through this prosperity. What do you think they were doing with this prosperity shit? They were just stealing money. That's called a fucking pyramid scheme, bro. But anyway, y'all keep dealing with them.
Just like Malcolm X said years, back in the day, Malcolm said, ain't no, just, how he used to come at the Republicans and all of them. And a lot of people thought that Malcolm X, because of the things he used to say, he aligned himself with Democrats and liberals. And he said, no, Democrats and liberals are worse because they know the black struggle, but they don't speak about it, but they profit from it. That's all it is. They profiting from it. They know what to do and how to change things, but they rather not. They rather profit from it than really make some change. They all the same.
Because they don't want to get shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, they the same side of the same coin.
Man, these
same
guys
side of the same coin.
Hey, bro, that ain't no joke. That's I've always had more respect for niggas in gangs. I don't give a shit what you like. Put all the drug dealing and all that shit aside, bro. I respect people that'll jump out there and know they may get something flying back at them. For real. Like seriously, man, it's been a long time in my life, bro, that I've been walking. You guys have no idea how many I'm talking about from politics and the things that I did in politics and the stuff that I've said just been around, bro. You have no idea how many times my life has been threatened, bro. And it is not, and so niggas want to talk about, oh, you don't go to boxing match. First of all, nigga, you will not see me at a boxing match because I don't have to, because I'm not gonna beg for a ticket so I can sit in press row. I'm gonna pay for it and sit it there. But bro, you niggas ain't risking yourself going nowhere or doing nothing. So fuck off. You niggas are sitting nice and tidy behind ropes, coming in and out of the journalist place. You're not actually walking in and walking around that city, man. Because if you did, somebody beat you over there with a fucking bat. I'm telling you, man, like this shit is fucked up. That's the wrong. That's what I know. I'm just talking like MH Blackwell type shit, but for real, like you will not believe. You know how much money Africans got, bro? Like dumb fucking money Africans have. Like,
because
you ever see their weddings? You ever see their weddings? Oh my god, the bride.
But you know what?
Brides get so much money.
Unlike in America, our resources was taken away from us. They maintain some semblance of controlling their resources in certain countries throughout Africa. But in America, all of our resources, all of our land was taken away from us. You know what I mean? All of it was taken away. The oil fields, look what they did to a lot of us. They went on, killed off all of the heads, the men of our family.
All right, this is gotta get monetized. I know I brought that shit in.
Yeah.
I think
hey,
them retaining their culture is bigger.
Go ahead, Anton. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was saying Africans, like you said, them having all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Hey, Barbara said, Martin, can't you sue them for saying you got sued? I could be a waste of money because I don't know what damages there are to that. It's gonna be hard to qualify the damages. What's the damage? Anything, I wouldn't waste my time with them because dog, this shit's never gonna change. It'll just be another person. But nah, I wouldn't waste my time with that. Suing them because they said I got sued, they can just be like, I was wrong, I didn't intend. They don't know that that's gonna damage me in any particular way. So now I'm not really tripping on it. I'm glad that they did the videos because it exposes it, Barbara. That explodes, and it just them doing the videos before I even. How can I say this? Some idiot keeps telling people that I'm not a lawyer for some fucking stupid reason. Like you guys actually think I'm lying about that shit. So seriously, man, because when people are paid to call you a liar, they really believe the shit that they're saying. So these idiots must have thought I wasn't a lawyer and must have thought that I was full of shit like they're full of shit. But when their lawyer called me, you better fucking believe that lawyer knew I was a fucking lawyer right the fuck away. Because first of all, I played him smart. If Terrence really did send that, then Terrence is stupid. Because when the guy called me, I already knew why it's called stapling. I like calling stapling. So what happened was they send this piece of paper, right? And they say, you did that, you're responsible, you committed defamation. And then the guy tells me, and the first thing he says in the conversation is, you think that you have, unlimited freedom of speech. Right there, I know this guy's trying to play me. And I say, no, I don't think I have unlimited freedom of speech, but I know this. Truth is a defense to defamation. It's an absolute defense to defamation. So if what I said is true, you have no case. And also, you have to prove that I know it's not true. You have to prove it. Terrence Crawford would have to prove that I, Martin Blackwell, have, or better yet, Terrence Crawford would have to prove that he knows that I know that he is not tested positive. There's no way Terrence Crawford would ever prove that. No fucking chance. So basically, they sent some shit to me that was complete horse shit. They didn't even send the shit. They didn't even send it. It was notarized, right? But it wasn't sent certified mail. It was sent through fucking Federal Express. And he had my address, which I do not. The only people that have my new address is somebody that was offered me a contract that I turned down eventually because I believe they were the person that gave those guys my address. So anyway, I knew from the beginning that it was horse shit, and I did away with it quickly. But if you know me, anytime somebody says that what I said is not true, I always retract it. So Leonard Ellerby sent a note to me one time and said, hey, Martin or Fanon, you said something that was not true. I said to Leonard Ellerby, okay, I'll take it down. I've had Derek James say something that I misrepresented something that he said. All he had to do was call me, and I'm like, okay, I misunderstood, and I fixed it, right? So if Terrence Crawford had called me and said, look, man, I'm not cheating, immediately I would say, okay, no problem, Terrence, you're not cheating. And that's the way I played it, because I knew this was not a real letter. This is not a real case. You don't have anything. There's nothing there. There's no chance. You might as well accuse me of murdering your wife. Like, seriously, that's how far-fetched the shit is. You might as well tell me that you are going to sue me for punching your wife. He has just as much chance of winning that as he does on a defamation case against me. And his lawyer knew the shit. But what were they doing? They were doing it to, number one, intimidate me, and then two, use those other guys to intimidate anybody else that would say they believe Terrence Crawford was on juice. This shit, they never intended it. They never intended to sue me. It was a complete setup by, what are the name of the people? Blue Blood, Champ Side, Coach Malachi, and some fucking body else did it. Oh, and probably, I don't know, Bug Eyes did it. Somebody else fucking did it. That is, who gave them the information? Who told them that? Right? Did you meet Terrence Crawford at the 7-Eleven and he gave you this information? Huh? Is that who gave you the information? Terrence Crawford at the 7-Eleven guy? Because guess what? I whooped Terrence Crawford's ass. And let me tell you how I whooped his ass. This is a high-paid New York lawyer. He's cost about $1,400 an hour at least. So I, in exchange for taking the video down, which was on Twitter, by the way, so it didn't even cost me any money. The shit's on Twitter. So I took the shit down on Twitter, and I said, but in exchange for doing that, if you think I said anything that is defamatory, you have to pick up the phone and call me. Dog, you should have heard the sickness in that man's voice, because he knows. Now Bud got to pay $1,600 anytime he complains. It's never going to go to a lawsuit because you've now informed me and I can correct it. But most importantly, you will never call me because you have to know that I know what I'm saying is not true, dumbass. So you'll never call me. Now, I know for people that are not attorneys or people that have legal educations, don't know what kind of ass whooping I put on them. But believe you me, it was a fucking strategic ass whooping, and I didn't hear another fucking word, and I said the same fucking thing at least 10 more times. Thank you very much. And I didn't get a goddamn call from nobody. But yet all of these people that listen to their videos all think I got sued. And do you think anybody that heard, how many of these people that heard that bullshit are going to ever hear me say that it's not true? Even though they know goddamn well it's not true. Because if it was true, they'd be showing you the lawsuit. Did they show you a lawsuit? Did they show you any paperwork? Because if they did, they got it from the source. Oh, but who does that? You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, you can't, dude, if you're telling the truth, look, the most important thing is this. A celebrity cannot sue you for defamation unless they know that you know that it's not true. You have to defame them. You have to actually cause them a loss of fame and know that you're doing it. You have to intend to do it. You can't say something that somebody else told you and you believed it, then you said it. That's not defamation. Because why? Because you don't know that it's not true. However, if I tell you that you stole something from me, from my house, and I put a video out and say, Terrence Crawford stole money out of my house, and they can prove that I know it's not true, then they can get me for defamation. You can't get me for defamation if I repeat something that Stephen A. Smith says, and I just took his word for it, and I said it. So look, bro, you niggas have no respect for black people because you think I'm stupid or something. And I know you guys did it. I know you did it, and it's only a matter of time before niggas get you. I'm being honest with you. It's only a matter of fucking time, bro. My people work slow as fuck sometimes, and I hate it. But you know what they do? Let me tell you how these niggas get you, and I'm telling you, they wait till them goddamn cameras go off. They wait until, and they don't like them fucking cameras. As soon as them cameras is off, and you're not Mr. Bigwig, all of a sudden you get pulled over, and you got a gun sticking in your face.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Over time, you get your loans called in. You got your mother sitting in. I'm telling you, this is how these people work. You can have your mother sitting in a nursing home on Medicaid, and all of a sudden your Medicaid don't get approved. They will make your life a living fucking hell, bro. They will make your life a living hell, bro. And you think again, and I'm gonna do this again. There's a difference between money, fame, and power. Power can be held by a little old black woman sitting at the end of your block that you have no idea is more powerful than you will ever be in your life because of who her sons are, who her cousins are, who her nephews are, and you know whose house you can go to and you can play around with their kids, and you know whose house you can't go to and play around with their kids because when that daddy come up out of there, this nigga's going to take care of him. But you ain't got no daddy taking care of you over here, so feel free to do whatever you want to do in that house. That's the difference between power, money and fame. And you better believe that power. Now, black people got temporary power, which is what? They can pick up a GUN and blow your head off. Trust me, that's enough power to deter most people from doing most things. And everybody has immediate power. That's why Bud brag about being so strong, want to wrestle. Nigga, that's immediate power. You got to be within 4 feet to do that. You know what I'm saying? To grab somebody and touch him, you got to be 4 feet away.
Yeah.
If you're going to shoot him, you got to be within what, 100 yards, 300 yards? Bro, if you got enough power, nigga, you can be in an entirely different nation and do whatever you want. Ain't that true, Mohammed bin Salman? Ain't that true,
As long
Turki?
as he over there. As long as he over there, he can do whatever, literally,
he can't.
whatever he want to do. But
No,
then
he can't.
I'm talking about within his country.
No, watch this
Within his
shit.
country.
No, he can't. If Mohammed bin Salman fucks with them clerics, he's gonna get his ass snatched out that house. He gonna get snatched out, and he fuck around with the clerics, he gonna get snatched out and beheaded.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because they control their
They control the
spiritual
religion.
mind and body. Exactly.
Yeah, that's like me. Dude, no joke, bro. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Seriously, fuck around. You're gonna find a lot of niggas coming at you.
I was thinking about what happened to that reporter up in Turkey. The reporter that got
you got snatched summoned.
Yeah, they snatched him at the embassy in Turkey.
Yeah.
And took him out in different body, chopped them up and took them out in different body parts.
Let me tell you what motherfuckers do in South America, just so you know. In South America, when the big businessmen go down to South America and they live in South America, they got their own private security firms. Yeah. Their own firm.
Yeah,
they
that's
will
how
kill
they go.
you. They will kill you. They will bury you. They will do whatever they want in those countries to you with those security firms. I'm telling you. In the United States, you have security firms. Security firms can do whatever they want to do to you in the United States because they know how to cover, they know how to set you up, they know how to cover their tracks, and they know how to get the job done.
They got that network.
No, I mean, seriously, it's basically like paramilitary. That's what they call the deep state. The deep state is it's the private portion of the government is what you call the deep state. The people that are career workers who are going to be in those jobs, in those areas their entire life, who are beholden to people outside the government as a unit. When you get somebody hired or you get somebody elected as a president, that's what you get them elected for. You get them it's not for you to get business, like a straight piece of business for the guy. That's something I used to mess up with. I didn't realize that. When I first started dealing with government and started trying to get power so that I could get money, I thought that the contracts and stuff came right for the government. And if I didn't get a contract straight with the government, then that means I didn't get anything. But I was wrong, because over the time I realized, no, it's really about how many people you get jobs and how reliable your ability to raise money is. So what I did was I opened up networks in about 7 different cities that are basically they're on go at all time with their donations. And because I back certain politicians, that means my recently discovered white family, they're going to support the same politicians that I support. They're going to take my lead. So when I donate to somebody, it's not that my money matters, it's how much that nod that I give them to my family matters to them. It's not money coming out of my hands, it's the money coming out of their hands, and the fact that they feel like, okay, we trust Martin trusts this person, so okay, cool, let's bring him into the fold, let's do these things. And that is that happens at a very it happens at a very high level. That's why you see, like, you can, with me, you can actually look it up and see. You know what I'm talking about? You can look it up and see. You can see Barack, you can see the Pope, you can see Clinton, you can see Kamala, you can see these people. These people are all one. You know how you do the 6 degrees of separation?
Yeah.
I'm 1 degree of separation from Barack. I'm one degree of separation from Barack. I am 2 degrees of separation from Clinton. I am 1 degree away from Kamala. I am 2 away. I'm 2 away from the Pope. I'm 2 away from Putin. I'm 2 away from Zhang. I am 1 degree from at least 9 different cities. 1 degree with everybody in the CDC. So, bro, that's what you used to play, and that's how I learned to do it. Because they play like 6 degrees of separation. And Don, like what they say, Kevin Bacon used to be like, oh, Kevin Bacon is 6 degrees. Bro, I am 1 degree. Oh, 2 degrees from the Pope. I am 2 degrees from Putin. I am 2 from Zhang. Bro, you're not gonna find anybody more connected to me, bro. In as far as playing 1, 2, 3 degrees of separation, if you're not talking about an elected position. I'm literally related to the Koch brothers. Literally related. Literally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you niggas don't know. No, they don't want me to be successful in my family. They don't. Because if I'm successful in my family, Black America and white America is going to get along better, bro. And that's why I've had so much stress, no matter what, bro. And it's because of the things that I did in politics, bro. Look up Adrian Fenty. Look up Kasim Reed. Look them up. And if you see them, ask them if they know me. If you see Barack Obama, hey, do you know Martin Blackwell, bro? He's going to be absolutely, I do. Matter of fact, when my brother, let me tell you how in politics, how well how known I am on the underground. My brother is indoctrinated. Both my brother and my father are in the in the state of Illinois Entrepreneurial Hall of Fame. If you know what that means, you have your own business, you got your own family. In Chicago, that's what that means. So he is and he's also in Congress he's also like in the House of Congress, right? In Chicago. So long story short, bro, I got way more political connections than he does. And my brother basically can get political combinations, a lot of political connections because of what I did on the local area. Everybody else was focused on national while I was focusing on cities. But again, when you do that network of money, man, I can get money raised for anybody, anywhere, at any time. I just decided to stop doing it. So they take the same network, the same amount of money. And trust me, bro, there's not a politician I don't think that I can get unelected. Like, for real, if I want to run somebody, if we really don't want Cory Booker to be the senator of New Jersey, we can get him out of here. In more than one way. Let me put it that way. We can get him out of there in more than one way. If we want my guy that runs the CDC, the dude from New York, if we want him out of there, we can get him out of there in more than one way. Trust me. He won't be able to get shit done.
You know
why? Because they need the money. I'm telling you, because they don't have the money. They're broke.
You know what I wanted to mention was, I was sitting here and I was actually watching football Saturday. And you know what I saw came across the screen? That they are having a hiring drive for ICE agents.
Absolutely, 100 and something thousand a year, no experience.
Mm-hmm. But you know who gonna end up getting those jobs? A whole lot of these mercenaries are gonna end up getting those jobs. And what he's doing is he militarizing ICE in order to put them into all of the neighborhoods all around the country. Since he can't manipulate and take the National Guards and put them wherever, depending on who the governor is for those states. So they're going to do it the other way. They're going to go ahead and do a large ICE army and
Man,
have them everywhere.
bro, ICE and any other government agency, bro, on that executive branch, bro, ICE is doing so. I believe they are extremely selective. They're going to be very, very selective about who they throw out the country and when they throw them out the country. Like I'm
Hmm.
telling you, man, nationalism is a real thing, bro. And they got a lot of pressure to deliver stuff for the United States and not necessarily be somebody that's always trying to deal with international, trying to do everything international. You don't have to do it, bro. You really don't. But it is what it is, man. I got to roll, bro. We had almost 3 hours. It's been a lot of
Uh,
fun, bro.
yeah,
Appreciate you,
it's
man.
been a good.
One last thing that I
Yes,
want y'all
sir.
to pay attention to is the Secretary of Defense. Well, you know they changed his name to the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth.
Yeah,
They are about to have a 30-minute meeting, and I think DC, and he's flying out every admiral, 5-star general, 1-star, 2-star generals from around the world for a 30-minute meeting. I think it's next week or coming up or something like that. I don't know what this shit is about, but you know how much time and resources it takes for you to move 5-star and generals and admirals from all around the world to come to one place to have a 30-minute meeting and then for them
yeah,
to
I
go
heard
back
about
to where
that.
they gotta go.
Hey,
Hmm.
man.
So some shit is going down.
Gonna be interesting, man. We'll see. I don't know what the whole play on everything is, but ain't it fun?
Yeah, it is, man.
All
You
right,
Man,
gotta
man.
do it. You gotta do a Blackwell show, man. I
Yeah,
got some
yeah,
true
we'll
stuff I
do
that.
it,
want to
man. I'll do it for
discuss.
sure.
Yeah,
For
you
sure, for
gotta do
sure.
some Blackwell shows so that we can talk about a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
got
mean?
you. What
I
day when you want to do
definitely
it?
want to be there if we talk about surviving COVID. Cause
Hmm.
Well, let's not do that
I
now. I'm trying not to
survived
get
that.
demonetized.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about COVID. I would love to listen to the conversations about that. Yeah, we can do it for sure. All right, man. But let
Yeah.
me get up out of here, man. I'm gonna
All
holler
right,
at
All
you.
right.
y'all. Peace, man.
Peace
Deuces,
and
brother. Thank y'all for
blessings.
chopping it up with me, man.
No
All
doubt.
right,
Yeah.
no problem. God bless.
All right, y'all. Deuces, man. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.